Damn, I can't believe we're live already.
Is it? It is.
Wait,
Hello,
let me
everyone.
wait the announcement that it's live. I'll put on event news.
Oh, Root wants to join for the...
No, we're already
No.
full.
Yeah, we're kind of busy
No
already.
South
with
Americans?
our-
Okay, Southeast Asians. Okay.
You're the Southeast Asian.
Yeah,
True.
totally.
I mean, you're more Southeast Asian than I am.
We're spectating a distinct match.
Spectating a decent match, let's go!
Is it decent?
Bro, this does not seem like regular gameplay, come on.
That's so typical.
Bruh. Okay, we'll do a different game.
Or this is just some, like, next level neutral that we just don't understand yet.
Don't worry, the game is just something interesting for the people to look at. It doesn't really matter what's going on in it.
I mean, your face is pretty interesting to look at, to be fair, you could do that as well.
The podcast is real. Exactly.
Go back to
Exactly.
watching this exact same distinct game.
No, it's properly synced
It's
now.
synced now. I
It's
think.
synced now, yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, Scully emoji.
Okay, fine. I will resync the game.
Just
Time to go.
spectate matching for like one match, then go back to
Spectate
other.
someone else, man.
Nah, just let them go, like, to my...
I already committed.
Yeah.
I hate spectating in this game, man. Why is
Have
SOKU
the
held
mountain
together
people
with
mod.
this crazy shit that desyncs every other day?
Bro, I pressed the card funny. Oh no, now the game is desynced.
Yeah, pretty much. SOKU experience in a nutshell. At least we have a thing that lets us immediately catch up the game. That was a very nice improvement.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure.
But only if Connie is spectating first, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Or at all. It's actually possible to snag Connie. To be first in the spectator list and then you don't even show up on the...
But that's kind of funny.
spectator
That
count.
sounds useless.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's useless, but I just found out a few days ago.
Where
Well,
you're just
you
sniping
can.
posts.
Can you lock out Tony from spectating like you can with other players?
Maybe if your internet is terrible
like
enough.
sometimes if someone joins first, they'll lock other people from spectating.
Yeah, probably. That happened before, pretty sure.
Wouldn't surprise me. I
When
mean,
we were spectating the Asian players.
Damn, this game is kind
So
of...
you could like cook a lot of people.
Yeah, just Coney terrorism. Like what happened yesterday.
Yesterday?
It happened yesterday.
Mr.
There's a guy who got like kicked by enacting Coney terrorism.
Really?
Look at mods, check it. It's a guy you...
The one I muted?
yeah.
Yeah, he was Connie posting. I don't know, should we start with that topic?
Is that something we can talk about? Are we allowed?
I don't think we are allowed to talk about that on Twitch, I think.
Well, I mean, we're not saying anything. We're just relating the story of a conversation, you know.
I
And
think...
tell me what happened. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Okay, just don't say the P word and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay, fair.
As long as you don't say the P word.
Yeah,
I didn't kick him.
no,
I
we're
didn't
not.
kick anyone.
We're not gonna get demonetized here, even though we're not even monetized to begin with.
But yeah, there was this guy who was pretty much just Connie posting in SOKU, and...
It says, where's the video, man?
Did we
Did
already
make the intro
officially
for
start?
Oh, true, yeah.
Oh my god, true.
When do we start? In 5 minutes or what?
True.
Okay. Okay. I see the start image. Okay. Here we go. At a here podcast starting soon.
Remember to unmute Tessuro's stream. Just for the intro.
Starting soon, why not start now?
Waiting until we get 30 people watching, maybe? Or what's the goal?
I don't know.
I mean, we are pretty much there already, to be fair.
Yeah, we're popular, dude. We're more popular than the other SOKU podcast.
Yeah, but other SOKU podcast doesn't have you, it doesn't have Chiki, it doesn't have Taka, it doesn't have Fuji. I mean, it's kind of lacking
It's
compared
better.
to this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's your starting soon image, Chiki. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, but you should cover the whole screen. But that's okay.
Oh my god, Chiki face.
Isn't that what you wanted? Is that not what you wanted?
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
How long
Wait,
did it take
you lost all the viewers. We're down to 12 viewers, man. You lost everyone.
That's your
Oh,
fault.
What? What the
I
heck?
meant
You
Twitch,
just
Twitch.
jumped to 34. What
Yeah,
the heck?
jump to 34. Jump to 34 for me as well.
Okay, you guys are not ready. Wait, I have to get him.
Man, why didn't you
Yeah.
give me the actual video file so I can put it in Discord? I mean, I can put it in
What do you
the
mean?
OBS as a source instead of the YouTube video, so I have to
Oh, I
put it in
can.
a browser.
One moment, I can send it to you. It's very small. One moment.
I'm sure the memes are worth waiting, guys.
No,
They're probably not.
I don't know, but it's a meme, alright. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know where this video came from, but we have to play it.
I made the video test. I stole all the models and motions.
What means is that Chiki had a revelation when he one day woke up and had to make it.
The shitpost
Okay.
thing.
Here it is, test. Huh? No, it's too powerful. I need nitro.
Oh, it won't fit
can
in
you buy me
Discord?
nitro real quick? No, it doesn't.
Buy your own nitro. Did you just spend like $1,000 on Raiden?
No, Chiki. You can
So
just
what?
post it
The
on.
most ingenious scam.
Yeah,
Just
Tess, you
like
gotta.
this.
The test, you gotta use YouTube, man.
I will.
No, Chiki, what you could do is just upload it to your Google Drive and then let Tess download it from your drive.
Oh my god, so much effort. Wait, I can get it on Mediafire. Do you want it that way?
I already opened up the browser, bro.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
okay.
my man says like Google Drive is too much effort, but is willing to put in a fucking media fire. I don't get your logic, bro.
Because I'm unfamiliar with Google Drive.
You just upload it to your Google Drive just like you would on media fire.
Well, I have an account on Mediafire, that's why.
You probably have a regular Google account, do you? Then you automatically have a Google Drive.
Okay, whatever you say, man, it's fine. Test your rows.
Please.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm adding the source now. I just need to crop it so it doesn't show any of my tabs.
His
You're not seeing my tabs.
Mm.
No tabs.
Mm.
But the funny tabs are the best part.
It's the most important part.
You gotta have like Google searches for like furry costume and other funny tabs.
I'm not a
It's like-
degenerate, bro.
That's the point of the funny tabs.
No, you need tabs like how do I get dopamine?
That's illegal.
Is
Not,
it
not trying to go to jail.
dopamine?
Taz, you're so boring.
Wait, what? Dopamine isn't illegal? What do you mean?
Oh, you're.
Well, I think like getting like not from your brain is kind of illegal.
Is it?
No. What?
What?
Can you actually
It's
get?
always from your brain, dude. How do you inject
What do you
dopamine
mean?
into yourself?
Can you inject dopamine into your video? You buy dopamine?
Damn, can I buy dopamine?
Is this a thing?
I don't know.
No idea.
Let me Google it.
No.
Like
Bye-bye.
like you can do with morphine and stuff.
Oh, it's an actual fucking Google Chrome. It's a new neurotransmitter. You cannot bottle it. The only way you can get it through a prescription. Dopamine supplements. You can actually buy
See,
dopamine
so
supplements.
it's illegal. It's illegal to buy dopamine unless you're prescribed.
No, it's legal. It's legal. You can buy supplements.
Yeah, but only if you have a prescription.
Yes, so just get a prescription.
So you
Yes,
can
just
illegally
get a
buy it,
prescription.
just like
Just get
Easy.
other
just,
stuff.
yeah.
Just get a prescription. It's just that easy.
So
Damn,
you're
we
telling me
just-
that the metaphor SOKU is basically buying dopamine?
Yes.
Or that's the
I
only
mean-
way you can stomach playing this game. Otherwise, you'll just be miserable.
True.
Now it takes too much power. Your brain will run out of energy if you play without dopamine injections every few hours.
Dude, you know fucking Cyberpunk?
You know, the scene from Cyberpunk is like,
Yeah.
you need to get the injection or else your brain will overload from the
And
power.
The worst part is that SOKU takes so long to start that your dopamine is gonna run out before you even get your first match.
No, that's why you get more injections, right? It's just that easy.
He's going cyber soak. He's going Soku Psycho.
Psycho.
Soku Psycho.
Yo, do my eyes also like jitter like they do in the anime?
You know who's a real Soku Psycho though? Freaking
Kima.
Kama.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Can this man be stopped?
Yes.
Real
I believe in the return of the Masters of Europe.
When's the last time Kama lost a tournament, bro?
Elder?
Bro, that's because we don't have the real high-profile players joining our tournaments like the Chinese ones. The Chinese ones would destroy
Yeah.
all of you.
The Chinese players are just chilling, like unironically.
Well,
don't
they
join the
live.
tournament.
There's no way a Chinese player could join a Hisoden tournament, man. They're just too far. Okay, I'm going to play the intro, finally.
Okay. Unmute the stream to listen to the intro.
Alright, fine.
You ready?
No, I'm scared.
Okay. Intro playing now.
The Hisoden podcast is real. There will be hot takes. Maybe one of many mistakes. Hisoden show.
Oh my God.
By chicken and test. No way do they even have something smart to say. Oh no, there may be shit takes. It's the only thing I've ever known.
Well, that was incredibly worth. As you can clearly see.
Oh
I hope-
yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that.
Oh my fucking god.
was
who
worth
sang that? Okay. Who sang this?
Yeah, man, where'd that come from?
Oh, I can't tell you guys. It's not me though.
Is it tech? It's tech, isn't it?
Or classified information.
Understandable, it's tech.
Well, that's the intro, so. This is
Yeah,
the
podcast is
first
over now.
unofficial. Oh, yeah, the intro is the end. Yeah.
Goodbye.
So, this is the first official episode of the unofficial Hisoden podcast. The official one died like 10 years ago, so you started up a new one. This will be the only episode. After this, you'll never see us again.
Just like most podcasts.
I mean, most of the time, the first podcast is the only interesting podcast.
Yeah.
Right, do we want to introduce ourselves to the viewers?
No.
Yeah, starting from the top of the chat list. That would be Roland Furioso.
Hello, my Discord username is Roland Furioso, but everybody calls me Liz. I'm from the Netherlands, and I've played this game for around a decade at this point. And that's kind of
No way. A decade? For real?
I played in SOKU lobby, if you remember what that is.
What? What was your name in SOKU lobby?
Silver Lake, if ever anybody remembers that, probably not.
Maybe.
No way.
Say it.
Silver
SOKU
Lake.
lobby.
It said Silver Link.
Wait,
Silverlink.
oh my God,
I know
thought
that
it was-
name, man. I know that name.
You know that name?
Tinky Smile even posted an old screenshot with your name on the user list, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually. That's kind of cool.
So as if you've been playing for that long, then surely you're like one of the top players, right?
No.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, what's your elo, bro?
I don't fucking know. Let me try.
Very high out of 10.
It's on the top 10, of course.
No.
You don't even have to tell us.
You don't have
Yes,
nah,
bro.
I don't have to tell. I don't have to say, bro. What the? I can't believe I'm being called out, man. What is this?
Okay. Let's go. Second person in the marching order is Viber Kujibiki.
It's actually VIBR because means like to go, so we're cheering for Brazil. Well,
He's vibing.
regardless, hello everyone.
vibing, yeah.
My name is Kuji, and the best SOKU player in Brazil.
What about
been
Machi?
playing-
What?
Sorry, he's like number 2 or 3. maybe.
What about Viva God?
Sorry,
Viva Goat?
they're like below me, bro.
Okay, no.
So
Oh yeah, well, you want to see the EOTY standings?
The last
Who got
one?
who got top 16?
Yeah, did you win
No.
the last game, so collide?
bro, I have like 7 trophies from Brazil, and the second person who has the most trophies has like 2 or 3. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the best. Sorry.
But the
Yeah,
one
but
that
did
matters
they-
is the last one.
And also,
and I have an
the
epic
others
video.
agree.
And yeah, of course, you can ask every Brazilian,
Okay.
Oh,
except
So-
for Machi because he's butthurt. Anyway,
Okay. You can continue with your introduction
I've
as.
been playing ever since SWR, and
I'm sorry.
I founded Genso Arena, the Brazilian SOKU server. We used to be part of a bigger Toho community, but
Yep.
I decided back then, like in 2010, that we needed a bigger focus for SOKU, so we made Genso Arena, and it's our current home for Brazilian players and every gringo who hates his Sultan and comes there to play with us.
I thought it was a French server.
No, it's a melty server.
Okay. Anyways, I guess I am third. You already know who I am. Do you actually need an introduction? Like
May
for
I tell
real?
us something about
Do you not know who Tathiro is by now?
No.
Who's
Like,
that
for
utter
real?
random? Who is that utter random?
Well, as you all know, I'm the greatest of all time. No one has even come close to touching me in any game of Fuso Tensaku ever. And yeah, I'm running the show today, so y'all listen to me.
Damn, stop
You-
tapping.
Yeah, you just left us
Thank you.
speechless with that statement.
Thank you for hosting, Taz. Thank you for hosting.
No problem. It was my pleasure. You know, I felt the cry that Hisoten needed more podcast content. Because people seem to really receive when we just sit there and talk, so we might as well just do it for real, right? Anyways, I've been in this community for quite a while, commentating, playing, the works, expanding the community recently, going offlines, traveling around now for SOKU. It's a busy life. Speaking of traveling, you guys planning to go to any of offlines next year? No? This year?
We're gonna have an offline in Brazil, and I think most players from Genso are planning to go.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
what
gonna
he's
be really
saying is he doesn't. They don't need you, Test. They can host.
No,
their
I
own
mean,
offline
that's
play.
perfect. You don't need to go to offlines in America. I didn't say go to our offlines. I said go to a offline, bro.
Yeah,
Anyways, that's me. Let's go on to our friend, Mr. Banhammer.
Alright, so I'm Bani. I'm an OQ main that started. I'm about to reach my second year of SOKU recently. I'm also the current owner of SOKU, which is the other main server for South America, alongside our brothers on Genso Arena. And I wish you all a lot of mashing for A.
Wow, this man's just a baby. 2 years?
you're so
Who
big,
let
man.
this guy in?
So-
What the heck?
Anyways, you're a pretty good community member already. Accomplished a lot in 2 years. Already moderator, bro. That's crazy.
No, the owner of SOKU.
Yeah, owner of SOKU. So, I mean, you've been here 2 years already. What do you think of how's your stay been so far?
It's honestly been pretty good overall. Obviously, I've had a tough chance because I started playing Oku, so at the beginning it was only matching for A, and that worked. But then I reached mid, and it was, oh my god, why do I do that when there are a lot of monkeys? So, for example, fighting Yuyuko is a nightmare, fighting Aya became a nightmare, and things like that, but slowly but surely I've been improving overall. Alongside my mentor, that has been Aguelandro. He's taught me a lot of things, and I'm really looking forward to becoming basically the next top Oku for the SEI.
Yeah, you got a lot of competition up there.
Mm-hmm.
Every region has a lot of Okus, right? It's insane.
Except for EU.
Yeah, but EU is dead. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah,
Well,
EU
if you
has
count
nothing.
Well,
Russia,
what about when
you
Seiki comes
even
back?
have
It's okay. It's okay. We're just waiting for
Seiki's in a
Seiki.
revival.
Listen. I await his return. I await the trifecta of EU to come back and actually play again. But for now, we're actually dead. We're like worth nothing. Chicky is the only one who's actually worth something.
Okay. Speaking of EU and Chicky, next guy on the list is Mr. Chicky-chan himself.
Yeah, hello guys, it's me, Chicky Chan. My name is not a weep name, it's actually from a reference to Jackie Chan, one of my childhood role models.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so people used to mistake me for a girl, but thanks to my, I don't know, attitude, that misconception was cleared very quickly.
When did anyone ever think you were a girl? I don't remember this.
Very long time ago, okay. I was known for playing Sakuya, started around 2010. She's my main character, my strongest character. I also play Raimi on the side nowadays, but of
So
course
you're a
I'm
Sakuya main.
yeah, of course I'm a Sakuya main. Reimu's just my secondary.
I see.
So if you lose to my Reimu, you know, that's not even my full power. But yeah, that's it.
He's so strong.
Alright. Well, and our last participant here, also hailing from the noble land of Europe, is Dakawal. And go ahead and say hi to everyone.
Hello. So I'm Daka. I started SOKU in 2017-ish. I'm the current owner of SOKU FR, also known as the Hidden Village of Motherfuckers. I'm also more... Ever since I started playing SOKU and fighting games, I'm also involved in several in fact fighting game communities, mainly making resources because nobody else will.
Making what?
Resources.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, when did you start playing SOKU?
I said it in 2017, like early 2017.
It's another baby.
As you know, it's 2023 now.
I'm mainly a Sakuya player in a constant character crisis.
How could you have a character crisis if you're playing the best character in the game?
You have no idea.
His Alice is pretty legit.
My Alice fucking sucks.
Bro, I'm trying to hype you up. Help me out.
Yeah, but why would you play Alice when you have a character crisis? You know, you pick Sakuya. Now you don't know how to get better on her, I guess.
Because
Then you pick one of the absolute worst characters in the game.
she's funnier to play.
Daka, I think you also missed the memo. You're supposed to, hype up your ego. You're not supposed to say.
Yeah, you're supposed to. You're the goat. Let everyone know that you're the greatest.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me help
You're the
you,
best
bro.
French
Like,
player.
Daka is the most technical Sakuya in the advanced world.
Yeah, take it from the
He's-
other Sakuya player.
He's a lab god. He knows everything. Just has
Yeah, he's like what Ichiran wishes to be.
If you want me to hype myself up, I can just say I'm the best Sakuya in France out of 2.
Yeah, let's go.
Out of
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, wait. There's like Exiolos and there's
No, he plays Raisin now.
and Langschleifer. Wait, he went to Racing.
Yeah, Lang still plays Sakuya. So yeah, there's like 2 Sakuya players total.
Yeah, man.
That's sweet.
Saki's like low-key one of the more popular characters now. Used to be that no one plays Saki, but now it's like everyone plays Saki.
Sorry, Irish, but I won a SOKU set before, yeah, and I won a few other tournaments as well.
Such as?
End of the year in 2013 or 14 or something.
I see.
Impressive.
Damn, you're good.
Okay. Let's go have the first real actual topic.
Yeah, what do you have?
Okay, so, let's see here. Let's go with this one. Right. We've had a lot of controversy. Well, not really controversy, but more like Irish came up to everyone. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna organize a huge list of what people want and don't want in this game. And I think everyone had their crazy stuff about, balance change, this and that. And, I was wondering, if there is a balance patch actually going, what would you want in it? What do you think needs to change in this game? What do you think shouldn't be changed? Or, how do you think your ideal version of SOKU would play?
Remove coin, that's it.
I know everyone hates coin.
I mean, yeah.
So, well, you guys can go ahead because I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent here.
Oh yeah. So what I wanted to say was indeed either nerf defense in the form of coin nerfs or removal even, or just give offense a bit more dynamic to the game plan, because as I feel like it is right now, I feel like offense kind of sucks in this game compared to the plethora of defensive options we have.
Well, defense is very strong.
Yeah, defense in this game is really strong if we look at it on paper.
Okay, sucks.
Okay, so indeed. That, and I do feel if there was something that I really wanted in a balance patch, it's not specifically balance changes itself, but fixing most of the bugs that some characters have in certain interactions. I think that is also a good step to take towards the game's health. If
there's not that many bugs.
Yeah, but shaving them off would be nice to see.
Do you consider janky hitboxes a bug?
Not really, no. Not janky hitboxes, that happens in every game. But I mean something specifically, like locking yourself out of the game or that kind of stuff, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Really? I mean, I had a lot of hot takes when I was making a balance patch. I was arguing way too hard in that for something that doesn't even exist. Let me tell you.
You were mostly talking about Tomachi, right? When talking about...
oh yeah, you guys think that the character balance is fine then? No actual specific character changes needed? Do you think you just would rather change the system and just leave the game the same?
I mean, making changes to the system would likely be better accompanied by changes in characters, but adjustments to compensate for the changes on the system, right? So the tangent I wanted to go into is, and I don't know if you guys know, but Shinki made a balance mod called Next SOKU.
Yeah,
and
that was ages ago.
What I thought was interesting in that mod is that he had 3 levels of changes to the game. So he had a level 0, which was mostly fixes to things or very small changes. Yeah. And the level 1, which had more noticeable changes, and a level 2 which had crazy changes. So I think a level 0 style change to SOKU would be a welcome addition. It would fix. I think there are some moves that we all can agree that are kind of not bugged, but don't even work properly, right? I think especially for the SOKU's exclusive characters that didn't have much time for fine-tuning, I think they have some moves that are not very... I think the software just didn't work on them enough. So I think a change small changes on those characters and those moves would be the best practice. And I can see that bigger changes would be fun, like the big changes that he has on his level 1, for example. So making different skill cards or making skill cards work much better and stuff. I think that's interesting, but ultimately, I'm not sure if I would play that ever over a vanilla SOKU. Whereas a very small patch, I would probably prefer it. Like if we could actually adopt such a patch. But I don't think drastic changes are like worth it on this day and age. Especially because if you buff the low tier characters, then we're gonna get smashed by even more smashed by OKU players and stuff, because their shitty characters is what's holding them back. So I'm very worried of buffing characters like Komachi and OKU and Sanae and stuff. I don't want to lose forever to Miro and Dibago and everyone else.
I mean, I think that the main thing that's holding those lower tier characters back isn't really like, you know, the well, I guess you had a point where like the devs weren't working on them as much, but I mean it's not like a SOKU specific character problem. I mean I feel like every character has moves that just don't work, right? Like you even on like Sakyo, right? She has like,
Especially Sakura.
she has 623s that don't do anything. She has 214s that don't do anything, you know.
No, her 623s are pretty good actually, but like she has an L236 which is bug and doesn't do much, or sometimes just disappears for no reason. She has an L214 which doesn't aim at the opponent.
Like, some of her alts are actually kinda okay, it's just that her defaults are too good.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's
it's
also
not
something
necessarily
to consider,
that you
right?
have to like you have to buff them because the defaults are so good, but it's not because they're necessarily too bad, it's because the defaults are too good.
So, like, would your ideal SOKU be one where there's a lot of incentive to use card diversity, right? And use lots of alts for different matchups?
For sure.
Because if you wanted to have that, then you would definitely need to nerf some skills.
Yeah.
Like, say, for example, like, Sakya can't get her air-usable 623 until level 1 or something like that, right? That would give other alts a chance.
Well, or they just have to be way different. Their usage has to be very different. To
But
be
also
used,
good.
you know.
Yeah,
Like
something
if it-
like Suwako 63s, for example.
If you just buff skill cards and to make them just as good or better or slightly worse than the other cards, if you can compare them like that, then that's not very good. Then it's just people would just go back to choosing what's the best skill, because the other skills do the same thing but worse.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's really hard to just make a game where everything is viable, right? There's always going to be something that's going to be worse.
But I also think that Tazafro just added a few skill cards or spells and stuff.
Just because they needed to be there.
Yeah, like to match the character theme. Like they didn't intend for the cards to be good or anything, but they have to be there to match the character, you know, the lore or whatever.
Look, on that note, I think that I have a quite different take from both of you. Because if there's something that I would really like, and that's something that's been incorporated in other games, is to be able to choose your skills, for example. So you know how, for example, in Street Fighter, you can just basically choose your supers and the like? I would like the same thing to exist in SOKU in the terms of the skill cards.
So, like, at character
Because-
select, you choose your alts instead of you have to get them during the game.
Yes,
Like that?
absolutely. Because I honestly think that, for example, characters like Oku, starting with that, whatever that 236 is honestly quite detrimental.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit for the other character's consistency, where you have to, like, work for your good moves. Meanwhile, a character like Yuyuko, out of the box, is really pretty much set. She doesn't need any skill cards, and she can just load up her deck on everything else.
Mm-hmm. And that will honestly go a long way to make characters feel more consistent overall, because you don't really have to basically randomize or basically wait for RNG to give you a skill card so you can change their skills and have one that is actually useful and has an impact on the match. Instead, you can just have default skills, or you can just choose your skills, and that's about it. It's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
an example
definitely
for
be
that
down for
would be like Yomu. When I started playing Yomu, not Yomu, I mean Reimu. When I started playing Reimu, I would only use the default skill because I didn't want to level up my skill cards. But eventually I started using Yokai Buster and was thinking, dude, I can only use Yokai Buster, and if I don't get it, then I just lose some matches. And that's super annoying, not being able to start with that game and start with the skill right away, and like you're just your win rate, your skill is locked behind RNG.
Yeah, like you just want the consistency. You want your wins to be determined by how well you play rather than how soon you got the skill that you need to change the matchup.
But I don't mind the level up system.
Yeah.
Leveling up skills is fine, but being able to have them at level 0, maybe, like all the DPs or whatever at level 0, where they don't have invul frames, for example. That would be nice.
Okay. Well, also, I want to hear your takes on what do you think about coin specifically? Because I know that's the most controversial card in the game recently. So.
Well, as I've noted earlier, like I said, I personally find that defense in this game is like way too strong. If we
do you think it's Coin's fault, or
Coin plays a big role in it because, like Daka noted it earlier in the chat, but like we have a plethora of like defensive options in the game already, and Coin just kind of adds the extra layer of defense that kind of, in my opinion, feels a bit. I would say overtuned in a sense, I guess. But
non-interactive.
Yeah, I feel like Coin keeps exponentially getting worse the better everyone becomes. Because Coin, I think Coin is a card that it's kind of hard to use when you're new, like when you're not as good, and it's not as necessary when your opponent is not as good. But as you both improve, you and your opponent, then Coin starts to get even more centralizing, to the point where other system cards can even compete. Like something that literally gets you out of block strings, like Hangeki, is not even on the same level as Coin, which just gives some pushback, because the utility of Coin is way too big, and the strings that people do, and I think we advanced the meta going from like standard strings to more. We start doing more B catches and movement catches instead of just playing block strings, and Coin shines there. So I think the biggest problem with Coin is that everyone is getting stronger, and we are seeing now how Coin is like warping the meta around it.
But do you think it could be possible for like another meta shift to occur and people like learn how to get around it? Because there are tons of, well, not tons, but there are definitely players out there who's like, oh yeah, I love when people use coins, I can take advantage of it or something like that. Or like, I don't mind if they have coin because I could do this X, Y, and Z string instead of A, B, and C string. Do you think that's a thing that could happen, or will
not sure,
we'll forever be in a state where coin just rules?
It depends on the character.
But I also feel like when we watch Japanese players, we can kind of see the future, because like I think Japanese meta is very different from ours, but at the same time, when you start to get some things from them, you start to see like some things that they do that seem like they didn't make sense. They start to making sense when you improve a bit and like catch up to them, and they're still ahead of us, right? So we can still beat Kama, we can't beat like Elder and stuff. We have to like summon an entire Genki Dama from Dragon Ball to beat a single Japanese player. So, and Coin is mega strong in Japan. So
well, I don't like
think
that statement though. I don't like the statement that Japanese players are all ahead of us, because bad Japanese players also exist, you know. And the ones that we're losing to mostly are also the ones who have been playing for over 10 years, all the time.
And you want to take me to the next topic, and I think that would be the, well, not overwhelming, but the recent growing presence of Japanese players in Western Soku. For example, for the last end of the year where Keima won, and Kiba, Ariri also got top 4. It was almost all Japanese top 4 until Zero Fuse beat both Kiba and Ariri, but it was looking like it was gonna be like that. And then Sokusat 260, it was just all the Japanese players that entered, Dagu, Kiba, Ariri, and Keima all got top 4. So what I'm thinking is that we could talk about is what do you think makes those players different from our top players, right? What do they got that we don't?
They can
dedication.
play without SOKU role.
Also that, yeah. They
think
probably
it's just
get
that they
high quality matches way more. The quantity is higher and the quality is higher. Just
Are they
living
really
in
that
Japan.
far ahead of us? Or is there something that we can do?
I will be honest, I don't think that the gap between the Japanese players or the Western overall against the Eastern is that high. I was spectating Alpha against Dagu a couple of days ago, and Alpha just basically demolished Dagu. So I honestly think that is more akin to something that they have to adapt over time, because obviously the Japanese players haven't been playing here as often as they have years ago, or the likes, I suppose. So it's honestly a lack of adaptation overall. Once they start playing more often here and the likes, the Western community will adapt.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like it's only been recently that we've seen a player like Keima, right? No one's really mastered defense in neutral to that degree, and people are still adapting to what to do against it. Even though even the Japanese players struggle against Keima, he still bodies literally everyone else in Japan. Besides Klemfer, I think is the only one that stands up to him recently.
Yeah, but Chinese players also go even or are better than Keima, actually. But I'm mostly talking about the set that I was spectating between Keima against Mian.
Well, Mian's also an exceptional player, so I mean...
Isn't Mian a complete anomaly, even in China?
I think he is.
Execution god, I guess, yeah. Reaction god. But the Chinese meta is very different. The Chinese meta is very different. Okay, you go. You just your turn.
Okay, so you said Chinese meta is very different.
Do they not use coin over there?
I think actually they use less coins than Japanese players, or none at all. I've played against a few very aggressive Yomu players, for example, very different from Keima, but yeah, they don't really have issues without using coins.
Honestly, though, I don't think.
And Mian also doesn't need coin. Mian beats Keima without coin.
Oh yeah, Wakaba does do go.
Keima doesn't really do many block strings. From my experience playing with Keima just a little bit, I found that he would opt for safer strings. He would just pressure you a little bit and just run away again. So you don't really need coin against it. But no doubt, and the Chinese players must be really strong. It's just their meta is really unexplored, right? So I don't know much about them. I guess some Southeast Asian people know better, but we don't have any resources from Chinese players aside from a few YouTube videos, right? So it's kind of hard to talk about them, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're really ever going to see Chinese players realistically in a Western tournament.
Okay, hold up. Let's get Brute in here because he's an expert on the Asian lore,
Wait, we're already at 6 people. We can't have more.
But not everyone has something to say, But Brute would have something.
He's just gonna trash talk these
more
Southeast
knowledge.
Asian people.
Yeah, I think we can wait for him. If he can join in the second one, we gotta have some order here. because then the next topic that's gonna happen is that we're gonna have like 7 people talking, right?
Yeah, okay, but then maybe let's move to a different topic. Not not
Sure.
because most of us don't really have the intel on
Yeah.
Japanese, Chinese players. I've only watched a few games before, and I've only have some experience against Chinese players who came to Hisoten. But
Well-
obviously there are a ton of Chinese players who never joined here before.
I just want to add one thing. I was really sad discovering that Mian isn't a Rainbow main and is actually a Yuyuku main. I was like, that's so disappointing. I thought he was like the best player in the world playing as Rainbow. Oh my god.
No, but doesn't
Oh yeah, but he
Doesn't
plays
mean-
everything.
Yeah, he plays everything.
Yeah,
You
but
can't say this
he's
is
a
his
Yuyuku
main because
right? So
I don't know. Let me tell you something. When I watched Mian versus Keima lost the set to Mian's Oku, lost to his what else was it? Well, okay, I'm not sure if he lost to Yuko though, but I know for sure he lost to Keima lost to Mian's Oku. He also played Komachi, but he didn't win the set there.
Komachi confirmed unviable.
Damn toxic.
Yeah, but just imagine. Keima lost to a Komachi against Mian, who doesn't even main. If you insist on saying Mian mains Yuko. Okay, let's move on.
Yes. Okay, so another thing that I was thinking about talking about is, since the year is just starting, we could have a little retrospective about last year, right? And I wanted to have it in the form of an awards show type shout out.
What?
Okay, it's pretty simple. I just want you to think, I'm gonna say, what player were you surprised by their improvement over this year?
It's gotta be Luisin.
Luisin? You think you would pick him for most improved SOKU player this year?
Yeah, he's my goat, bro. He's my goat.
Luisin also. Wait, was it Luisin who won the? What was it? 20 versus 20 last. Wait, was it even
No,
last
that's
year?
small and you. Small and
Oh,
you
Small
was
and you,
at
okay.
the other journal main. But yes, would you pick Luisin as your most improved player?
Ether?
I don't know. I think I was kind of feeling I would pick J-Boy, but
Yeah, I
I
didn't
can
want
see
to
that.
say J-Boy.
Yeah,
I can
you
see
gotta
that,
pick
yeah,
the-
yeah.
I was
he's
trying to
good
think of someone who's not J-Boy,
It's obviously Sonic, my son.
hey, Sonic is a nice runner-up for most
Exactly,
people.
yeah. My son Sonic, I mean, he has Sui, bro, Kima, I mean, that's something.
Yeah, he's got.
Well, you have to be honest though about Jungle Boy. You know how long he has been playing? Not even 2 years. I think he started in August 2 years ago, so that's
Yeah,
like one and a half years.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah,
And,
Luisin actually started like 3 months before Jungle Boy then. He started in May
Wow.
2020.
Oh, okay. I thought Lucian has been around way longer.
no,
like, started playing around the same
he's
time.
Super, yeah, he's super new. And
Okay,
he plays
that
for
changes things
Cyrano.
actually, yeah. In that case, Jungle Boy has the I wouldn't say excuse
Cheat.
because I'm trying to say cheat.
Advantage.
I advantage, yeah. And Luisin is playing basically a super low tier, still doing very well. I really thought that Luisin was way older.
No, bro, you're mixing him up with Miro, maybe.
Yeah, Miru completely switched characters.
Yeah, he's.
I
Silent
do have to
Miro
agree
now.
with Kuji when he says that Luisin has had the most impressive growth so far. For example, remember
really?
during Halloween when we now sent the trick or treat event in SOKU? So the final gauntlet was composed between I think it was Aguelandro and Kujibiki, and Luisin still won that gauntlet. being one of the only 2 participants to actually complete the tournament alongside Machi.
Yeah. He beat
Yeah, I've also
us.
seen him beat. I think he's beaten Ichirin in bracket before in SOKU set. I'm pretty sure
He beat the bomb in bracket too.
The
Tanuris
bomb as well. Okay. Okay, that's actually that already makes him better than Jungle Boy because Jungle Boy never beat the bomb before in bracket. Best Jungle Boy has ever achieved so far was beating Ichirin. I guess I don't know. You lost to Jungle Boy as well, right, Koji? But I don't know how serious you were playing there.
I was actually pretty serious. I just have like 0 experience against any proper RI player, so. But yeah, that's no excuse. He just destroyed me.
Yeah. What else was there? I think he also beat IROC before. Luisen beat IROC. At least one game in a set during a tournament.
Okay. So, other than the most improved player, what was your favorite player to watch over the last year?
To watch? Okay.
Watching, like when you tune into SOKU sets, whose games are you always like, damn, I love watching this guy, you know?
For me, it will be Mena. It's always to see what he comes up with during the matches, for example. And I was actually surprised in the set that he had against, I think it was Nepoke, during SOKUSat 258, I think it was. It was actually a crazy Marisa mirror, honestly.
Man, I want to see it. Vena's fun. Definitely got that Marisa.
Hey, Dakowaf, you haven't said anything in a while.
What do you want me
What
to
was
say?
it? Your favorite player to watch this last year?
None of them.
None of them.
I'm not even joking.
Do you hate everyone?
I hate the playstyle of everyone. Yes.
But you like mine, right? Mine is awesome.
Yes.
Hey, I really liked watching Midorist. Did it? Anyone? No one remembers Midorist when he entered that tournament.
Not really. I'm gonna be
No.
honest.
I don't.
I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't
Yeah, he
think
was
he even
very clean,
participated
but-
in anything.
I think I remember him blocking for a longest time against everyone. He blocked so much,
Yeah,
and it
he's
somehow
got
worked out.
some of the best defense in the game right now. If you think that defense is strong and you watch him, you'd understand why people say that.
But it was also easy to exploit. I think Blaze figured it out quickly, or after one match at least. He would just do very bad, in quotation mark, strings, such as just spam 5C. And Midorist would just block all of them. Even though it can be easily grazed, right? So
Did Blaze win that set against Midorist?
I think it was that. And I also played against Midorist, and I did very mean block strings. Like I just spammed 5C 3 times in a row, and he blocked all of those.
I think.
So while it can seem very impressive, I got
That's
distracted
fair.
by the match.
Yeah, I'm watching too.
Hey, you're not supposed to be watching the match. It's just background.
What
Well,
do you
just I'll tell you then my favorite player to watch is probably still Zero Fuse. Like he's so entertaining to watch. He plays so
goat?
quickly.
Yeah, he makes his Patchouli look like such a fast character, like technical and stuff. He has all his cancels on point. Like, probably some of the best execution in the game right now. No one really thinks about it like that, but
Yeah.
Zerfuse
and I
actually doesn't miss.
I think Patchy is actually like really hard to play it at a high level, and he just makes it work. He fucking beat the Japanese players.
Yeah, he took out Ariri and Kibo again. he proved that the set during the 5v5 is not a fluke.
Did he beat
Yeah, he beat Ariri and Kiba during the 5v5 last year. In the
Yeah, but multiple
beat,
times,
like,
right? I think
the
he beat
Japanese player
Kiba
twice.
he beat Kiba twice, and then Ariri once.
And he was the only one to do something like that, right? I think
Yeah.
even Blaze lost a set.
Yeah, Blaze lost to Kiba. Straight up.
Blaze also
Yeah.
lost to Ariri.
Yeah,
I think.
Blaze lost to Ariri and Kiba. Zero Fuse beat him up.
Is actually the best player ever.
Yeah, Zero Fuse is better than Blaze Confirmed.
Or at least
Zero
they
Fuse
just don't know the
hero of
Patchouli
the
matchup.
5v5.
Yeah, like I don't know. I usually wouldn't like watching Patchouli, but there's something about how Zero Fuse plays that's different.
Mhm.
He just built differently. Like Ruby, Mallard, they're good, but they ain't Zero Fuse. You know, they ain't got the secret sauce.
Yeah, I can't believe you're toxic towards them.
Well, I
Wow.
already
Yeah, what
always
the fuck?
considered
Not to talk.
I always considered Ruby to be a like budget Zero Fuse. Both play very aggressive, but Ruby's way more aggressive. He doesn't block at all. Zero Fuse does
Ruby's
sometimes, but
insane.
he's still yeah.
Okay, but what if I told you that Ruby is blocking more than he used to? There was a time where basically he never holded 4.
That still feels
I
like Ruby
remember
now.
playing the old Ruby. It was insane.
You want to know who my favorite player is to watch?
Kama?
Sonic.
No, it's unironically Chicky, because like when Chicky, also like when he plays in tournaments and he types, right? Like, I just wonder to myself, is Chicky being facetious or not? And I think that's kind of funny.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Sometimes you go like, yeah, you won this round, I will go pick this character, and I just laugh my ass off, not gonna lie. Like, you just typing like that just makes everything sound like super ironic, but at the same time you just start doubting, like, is Chicky for real, or does he mean it to be sarcastic or not? And that just kind of cracks a laugh.
Okay.
I'm not kidding, like, I find it genuinely funny.
Yeah, thank you. Glad that
Even-
someone likes to watch my games.
No, but now
Even
here
the
comes
way
my
Cheeky
question.
plays feels like a shitpost sometimes. It's so weird. Like he's
I
gonna
know.
he does a lot of legit stuff and then he just stands around and I'm like, is he for real? And then he wins and I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to ask Chicky. Like, are you doing this on purpose? Like, on like actually trying to be like semi-sarcastic to make to make people like doubt themselves, or are you just doing it because you're just kind of fucking about?
I don't
I'm
even
not
think
sure,
he
man.
knows.
It's kind of weird, man. It
He
depends.
doesn't
It
even
depends
know.
on-
He's not thinking.
I don't know, man.
He just goes into Zen mode.
It depends. It depends. It depends on who am I playing, where I'm in the bracket. Like, for example, end of the year, I saw my bracket was super easy. No disrespect to you, Darkawolf, but it was just Kama that I was
Yeah,
thinking
like-
that.
I don't know
Yeah,
how you
and-
managed to lose at this time.
And then I lost to Sonic. I lost to Sonic because of that reason.
Scully,
we
vote.
both lost to to other players and ended up in losers, both against each
Yeah, yeah.
other.
You also, who did you lose to?
I don't remember. I think it was the middle of.
Because I did expect you to make it to meet you in the winners before having to face Kama. But yeah,
I didn't expect you to meet me in losers. That's the thing.
yeah, and that was a very hard time for you. But yeah, it depends. Sometimes I'm in the mood, and sometimes I also just feel bad. I mean, physically, I feel bad because tournaments are so late, and I just feel like shit.
Yeah, that part.
I'm
I
gonna
can
take
get.
it seriously.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I do. I also suffer from that part. Like, I know how it feels, because it's like, for us, it's like fucking 2-3 a.m. right, and it's mentally taxing.
And I'm also gonna be honest. I don't know if anyone has experienced this before. Maybe someone in the chat, but I don't want to call it anxiety. Maybe just normal nervosity, but it kind of makes me sick sometimes. Like
No.
I can't think anymore.
I think
Damn, Term, is that
quite
stressful
normal.
for you?
Like it doesn't matter who I play against. That I just get this weird feeling in my chest, and I can't think clearly anymore. I just play on instinct at that point.
The
When I play
performance
casuals, I can
anxiety.
think. You know, when I play casuals, I can think. Nothing on the line. I just fuck around. Or when I play seriously, I can just focus. But it's really hard for me in tournaments.
I
In
don't
tournaments,
have-
I just go full autopilot. I don't feel good after winning, and I don't feel good when I lose either.
Be like Ichirin and remove everything unnecessary.
Dude, no,
No
that,
emotion.
dude, that quote was fucking cold, man.
Like, Ethan, what
Yeah,
do you do to do well in a tournament like that? I have just removed everything that was unnecessary in my mindset, and then I started playing right.
You got champ
That's
mode.
actually hella based though.
Yeah. Shout out to Ethan. Also a very fun player to watch. I like how aggressive he is. Sakuya.
Fun player to watch, huh? Daka, what do you say about that?
Yeah, Daka. Daka's like
Okay.
a big fan, right?
Yeah, Ethan is entertaining, is he not?
You guys are so
So
toxic, man.
it's like two sides of the same coin of players I don't like to watch for different reasons. On one side, you got Kena, because I don't want to watch people playing neutral for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
other, you have Ichirin, who does
Not
no
play
offense,
neutral.
but I think he does like everything I think about Sakuya wrong, and still wins.
Bro, he's the highest placing Ichiro Sakuya consistently.
And I'm not sure how to feel about it.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't like watching Ichirin, because I see his gameplay. I'm like, why is this working? Why are people
That's exactly how.
losing to
That's
this?
exactly how I feel too. Like I feel, what the
beats
hell? How does that
everyone.
work? And
He
he makes
beats
everything
everyone.
work. It's
Yeah,
like,
he beats iRock with his Sakuya. I'm like, dude, I can do this too. Then I pick Sakuya and then I get fucking destroyed by iRock. What? But when I play against Ichirin, then Ichirin loses to me. I'm not imagining things or anything.
it's so
not
weird.
as good as
I'm
it
watching-
seems, but yeah. It's always
Yeah,
in
bro,
SOKU
he-
tournaments. Always in SOKU
Everything
tournaments that
works
he
for
does
him
strangely
in
well.
some magical way.
Yeah, like he wasn't kidding about the mindset thing. He knows how to take advantage of people playing not perfectly.
What do you
in
mean he's
tournaments.
kind of like mind controlling people?
No, he knows how to take advantage of people just playing unoptimally in tournament.
Is he still playing on the PSP?
PSP?
Yes. That's what I want to know. Is he still playing on that?
I don't think so. But that's a funny meme. Tiana also, was it Tiana? I don't know if it was Tiana, whatever, who played SOKU on mobile.
He played it on a
Wait.
mobile phone. Yeah, he did have the mobile phone running Soku on an emulator, I think.
That's kind of funny, actually.
Probably close to unplayable, but it's funny. Okay.
Wait,
moving-
Tessa, so who's your who was your most fun player to watch last year? Midorist.
Oh yeah, Midorus was super entertaining. Him and Momo, I think had the most fun
These
watching.
players are just so fun to watch. I love every Alice player.
Not every Alice player, just some of them.
No, I love every Alice player.
That's
Which ones do you not like to watch, huh? Maybe the one we're watching right now, or any names?
that's toxic.
I'm not gonna
No,
be
no,
toxic.
no. That's toxic.
I'm just saying, not everyone can be a top. Not everyone can be Momo or. Momo's just fun, you know. You can feel that he's just having fun, you know.
Well, he's also very nice in the chat, but I don't
Yeah,
know
he's
if
super
Japanese
sweet.
people are actually nice or they don't know English. That's why they're nice. They don't know other phrases. You know what I mean? That could also be.
Momo is
No.
actually nice. Don't
Yeah,
don't
Momo.
don't.
He
He's
talks
a
to
good
me
guy.
in DMs, and he's super nice.
And I.
Okay, who-
Okay. I guess
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can. If we're gonna be toxic, let's put it like this: who is your who do you not like to watch?
Kema.
Kima.
Just everyone came up.
Jungle Boy. But
But
Jungle Boy
I'll
in
be honest,
specific
though.
scenarios. Jungle
I
Boy.
will be honest though, I'd rather watch Kima than commentate him. I honestly don't know how you pull it off. I will just get bored at commentating Kima.
Like, I don't hate Adley, and I think she's a great player, but Adley versus Kema is one of the things I hate the most to watch. Like, I just turn off the stream every time that matchup comes in.
I can understand.
Okay, actually, I
think
have to.
it's-
Pull
I
up,
don't-
especially because it happens so often too.
What are you
I
gonna
think we
say,
actually
Chicky?
need to look at. We need to actually look at some tournaments. Who's playing in which tournaments? Because.
You
kinda
don't
hard
remember
to
any
remember who
matches you
plays,
don't
yeah.
you don't remember any matches you didn't like watching?
Yeah, because personally, for me, I like watching any high-level match, so I don't mind watching Kema really. What I dislike to watch is low quality matches. No, not bad, not bad players, but if it's low quality, then I don't like it. I also don't like playing low quality games. Kind of the same thing. Watching and playing. If it's low quality, I just get, I get in this backseating
mentality.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
man, why are you playing like this? Why are you doing this, man? I could show it to you. I want to show it to you, but actually, it's not worth the effort.
Not like
You're just so bad. Stop doing this.
Yeah, it just means
Et
like
cetera, et
lower
cetera.
level players. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where it's like,
Yeah, sorry.
But not necessarily low-level players, because when I play Ichirin, I also think that sometimes I get annoyed.
Why are you so toxic towards Ichirin?
I'm
What
not
the-
toxic towards him.
just
specifically. It's just an example.
Ichirin, this hater squad over here.
I don't hate him. What the fuck?
No, I love Ichirin, but I do think that he's a miracle worker sometimes.
All right. Next thing I want to talk about. Oh wait, I meant in like shouting at players. What? Who do you think has the best offense in SOKU right now? That, or at least that you played against. Who do you think has really shown us that they can crush you consistently?
Are you gonna say Jungle Boy, man? Please don't say Jungle Boy.
Why would I-
played against?
It's
Yeah.
kinda.
Was I gonna? Did you feel like I was gonna say Jungle Boy after that?
Yeah, kind of, because Aya bias, Aya bias or Yomu bias. I think it's one of those two characters.
Oh, what I wanted to say was Zero Fuse in my case, because I usually don't play that many different people. But, like, in my experience so far, right, of the people I usually tend to play, I think Zero Fuse is probably the best offense.
Your Fuse best offense.
Yeah,
Interesting take.
I know it sounds weird, but like to him,
That
I
is
struggle the
that's
most.
a very interesting take.
No, like unironically, I struggle to him the most.
Yeah, the question is kind of weird though, because it's very character specific. It depends on the character. So someone can have very good pressure, as Marisa, for example, but her pressure is not actually strong in general if you compare to Yomu or Aya.
That's fair.
Honestly,
It's
I will
just
have to
different
say
kind of pressure.
iRock.
Pyro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm definitely a contender
Look,
for
watching
that.
iRock pressuring is basically watching magic.
Yeah, that's true, because Yukari is also a very slow character. Her movement is kind of shit.
She was a-
Like, if you just fly with her, just play Yukari yourself. You will notice you have a very hard time to chase people down. But iRock manages to do it. He always, like, he's a mind reader when it comes to
Yeah,
movement.
he reads
knows
people
where
so
you're
well.
moving.
Yeah, he
No.
does it to the point
Watching
where he
his
can be.
stream,
He's definitely like an instinct player. He just already knows what the hell you're gonna do.
yeah, watching his streams, he keeps calling the people out. He says, "You're gonna go here. You're gonna do this. This is gonna happen." Everything happens as he says it.
Fucking
Not
Joseph
always though.
Joestar.
He's wrong sometimes. Yeah, he's not. He's
Yeah,
not
of
a.
course.
I mean, if he was right all the time, he'd never win. He'd never lose. No one can be right all the time. But he comes close. Okay, so I guess we can move on to the next topic. We already touched on this a little bit, but I'm kind of interested in how you guys approach tournaments, because I'm hosting them. I don't really know how it's like to play in them specifically. So, how does tournament differ for casual games to you?
Well,
What do you do? Like, how do you get in when you look at the bracket? You see the guy you're supposed to play next. What's your preparation?
So in my case, right, I usually tend to play like the friends I know, right, and like I feel like the playstyle that I play like kind of excels when you have played the person for a decent amount of time, because I personally like to thrive on like huge 50-50s, and like when I play friends, they know I will use that option if I had the opportunity to, or they know like I will use that or I won't use it on that specific instance. While if I tackle the same playstyle in tournaments, I can't really gamble on that because I, first of all, usually don't have experience against said person that I'm against in bracket, so I'll have to like adjust my game plan somewhat. I still try
Wait,
to do them.
But isn't it more effective then if the other player doesn't know you and you don't know the other player? That your gimmicks will just work?
I actually feel like it's actually the reverse, right? Because you play said opponent for several sets, right? You condition them into thinking that that is an actual thing that might happen or not, right? So, for example, against some people, I can unironically get away with just full Rekkaing with SOE in hand, and they will just press nothing, right?
So you have actual plans for specific players that you know? So, like, if you see this guy, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, X, Y, Z, I'm gonna run this game plan. Or do you just go in there, or do you... Okay, so you do have a set game plan depending on who you're gonna play against.
Yeah, and that's also a point that I wanted to bring up, like, ages ago. I feel like player matchup is, like, an actual thing, right? Like, an actual...
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, that's how I tackle tournament games.
Yeah, because I feel like there are plenty of players that don't even care who they're going against. They're just going to do the same thing and only adjust when they need to, right? Instead of coming with a plan and run that.
Yeah, I don't have a plan. I don't really have a plan. I think I would play better if I had a plan though. But it's hard. I try to treat tournament matches as casual as possible because I think the more relaxed I am, the better I will perform. But it's hard. As I said, I get nervous sometimes, especially when I want to win. So I try to, when I don't want to win, maybe that's also one that also explains why I'm so troll sometimes. I try not to win. I try to just play the game.
What do you think, Kuji? How do you...
My style is a bit similar to Cheeky's. Like, I tried... Because I don't get very nervous when playing on tournaments. I'm usually pretty chill about playing tournaments. I'll get like hyped up after a match. Like if I'm playing a match against someone very strong, I'll finish the match shaking and stuff. But I'll never, very rarely, I'll get nervous before the matches. Actually, I'm just get nervous during the match. And I also have like a few mindsets that I think help me, because, for example, in a tournament, you don't have to be necessarily better than your opponent. You just have to beat them twice. You just have to beat them for 2 games. So
in a game or 2.
Yeah, there are a lot of players that are worse than me or that are better than me. And if you can be good enough to beat them for 2 games, then you're set to win a tournament. And of course, upsets don't usually happen, but I'm always open to the possibility that they will happen. And another thing I learned was when I was playing a Brazilian tournament, I was playing in grand finals against Machi. And it was my first tournament playing as Sakuya. And I wasn't very confident, so I played him in winners finals. And I picked Yukari, and I got smashed. I got like 3-0 on winners finals. So in grand finals, I picked Sakuya again, and I lost the first 2 games, but then I reverse 3-0'd him. And then in grand finals reset, we went 2-2, and he beat me on the last game. And
oh wait, I remember the SOKU set where you almost won.
Yeah, you came
you choked so
frames away from beating IROC.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You were right there, man. I remember that very vividly.
Please mute Daka. And
Daka must have enjoyed that set.
The thing I want to get too is that in a tournament, you can always treat the past games didn't happen. Like if you won, you treat like, okay, I won, so I'm gonna win again. And if you lost, you just act like it never happened. And I think I do a good job of doing that. So I'm really not very nervous before the games or even during the set. I'm just like, I get excited by the game, but not nervous like I'm fearing something or I'm dreading something or something like that.
Oh yeah, I've had that backfire on me before. I mean, not thinking the way you do. I won a game. Then I was like, yeah, easy game. I can take it easy. Then I just messed around. Second set, because I know I just won. I have 2 chances basically. But thinking like that is not too helpful, I guess. Because I ended up.
If you're gonna throw them, yeah, it's gonna be bad. But if you're just like in the sense that you don't need to like pressure yourself too much because you won, so you can do it again. Not in the sense that you have to be scared of losing. So yeah, if you're gonna use your wing to throw the game, then of course don't think like that.
At the end of the year tournament, I played against Blaze, and I actually won the first match, I think.
Oh.
Second match I got owned, but the third match I almost won it, but I kept thinking, oh my god, I'm so close. It kind of distracted me, the fact that I won the first game, that I could do it again, kind of like that, you know.
Yeah. Even doing well in a match can be stressful in a way, right?
Yeah.
Tourney's hard. Alright. I think we can go on to the next thing on the list.
What's the list anyway, man? You're not asking anything that I that I chose.
I
His list
made
is
it
better.
up!
Hey man, what did I send you my list for?
Okay,
I'm
your
taking
list is-
stuff from it. Don't worry. Okay. Next thing, I'm gonna take from your list next. Okay.
Hey, Dakawolf has something to say. Let Dakawolf finish.
Okay,
before-
okay, Daka.
While you think, Daka.
Go ahead, Daka. You got
it
the
was
floor.
just about my recent experience with tournaments. It's that I kind of stopped caring because it's mostly only SOKU set. And so it's not only late for you, but also the quality of connections that can be found in a tournament are usually bad. As a
That's
new
also
player.
fair.
So
Well-
like the experience is pretty bad most of the time, so I cannot stop joining. And on the other hand, there's a lack of EU tournaments, especially lately because of real life issues from the TOs and other things.
About the TOs, it's just Genki, right? Or are there any other?
There's also Fine, which has been busy. There was tournaments in the SOKU FR server,
Okay.
I
but
see.
not recently. So like EU scene is kinda not active at the moment.
But
we
you know
can
how you
still,
get good
talk
connection?
about you're gonna push your VPN?
No, not my
NordVPN, our sponsor.
I was gonna.
This stream is sponsored by NordVPN. Use code SOKU to get 10 months free. I'm just kidding.
I'm using ExpressVPN, okay? Not VPN. We're using premium here. But
yeah.
the way you get good connections is just to win. Because all the people with bad connections, they kind of drop out after the second or third round. Then you're left with Americans with good connections usually, or... Okay, a few exceptions. South Americans, right?
Especially Nator would disagree, because Nator kept getting like second or first in tournaments, and he would play Miro and Adelaide, and all of those games would be laggy. So I don't think that works. Like if it's a tournament like only NA and EU, then maybe, but SA is unfortunately too far from
yeah, I guess it still depends on where you are, what kind of internet connection you have, because I don't have Adelaide anymore. I'm fine with Adelaide. I'm fine with most of SA, I'd say.
Honestly,
But
you just gotta win the game. By any means necessary, just win the game.
Bro, my connection to Japan is better than my connection to Adelaide.
Okay, that's impressive.
Unironically.
That's impressive.
But honestly,
Yeah.
that's a fringe case because it's the whole thing. It's the whole deal with Brazil routing overall against the rest of SA.
Our
Oh, yeah,
connection
like-
goes to North America first, then it returns back down to go to Chile and other places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the routing
Oh.
issue.
And I think that
It's
there was
terrible.
another thing. There were some like deep sea cables that went from Asia to Brazil. I think it was.
I'm not sure, but I know that there's a recent cable from Brazil to France, I think. So our connection should improve to Europe, France.
Wait, I think I've heard that story. I think like sharks are unironically chewing on fucking internet cables, weren't they?
What?
Yeah, I think I read about that, like unironically.
Yeah, I also know that Jungle Boy can't play against Z-Layer. 2-layer apparently, but I have super good connections to connection to Z-Layer, like 100
Yeah.
ping.
It's all about routing, really.
If you look in cheat testing, I have this.
Let me check. Let me check. What is it?
Very funny.
No, but I think I like legit read something about that.
I mean, Duckabov just posted proof, so.
True, that's proof right there.
But yeah, I was just saying that in general, I haven't been involved much in tournament recently because due to the lack of politics of the
Quality games, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also
still,
because it's so late, Tess, it's so late!
Yeah, but that's
Not
Yeah,
every
that's-
tournament's late. Yeah, the end
Stop
of the year tournament wasn't
accommodating
late.
Japanese players.
I mean, we know that EU is kinda dead, but the SOKU Saturday timing makes EU appear even deader. Deader than dead.
and because
It's Saturday,
the
you'll be fine.
the only option is to join tournaments where there's SEA players, SA players, and NA players at once.
Well, I can only run so many events. I can't just accommodate, oh yeah, I'm gonna run an EU tournament, and also an NA tournament, and also X tournament, YZ tournament. You gotta, I'm one person. So you can't say like, I want an EU tournament, then look at me. There are plenty of other people that can run these things.
I mean, I didn't look at it, it's just that the current EU scene is kinda not active. It's not dead, but
Yeah, I've seen in another fighting game, when they switched to online tournaments, they started requesting speed tests from the players. The controversy was people posted good speed tests and then they lagged like shit, and people did
Just Photoshop their speed test.
Yeah,
you gotta
so-
screen your speed
But the
test.
thing is, people could join by having good net, right? Have you considered doing that as well?
Nah. Too many people enter for me to freaking speed test. Also, we do speed testing to NA, it would be biased, right? I'm not in a neutral location.
Well,
I
just
guess
to
There
Google,
is such a
like
thing.
to prove that you're not on Wi-Fi, for example. Wi-Fi players are just banned.
Damn, Wi-Fi ban.
Other POs do that in other games.
That
They
is true,
ban
that is
Wi-Fi
true.
players.
But those
You
games
say
don't
that.
usually don't have as good internet connectivity as Ciso Tensku does.
Yeah, but I have a question. Isn't like 50% or more like on Wi-Fi anyways?
I actually don't know the stats.
Wi-Fi
Maybe
is
when
okay if
Pinky
you're close to the router.
adds
Haven't
the-
you seen that thing?
Maybe when Pinky adds the Wi-Fi indicator to the host list, we can expose everyone.
He will not add that ever. He already told me. I was messing around, checking how I could get the Wi-Fi indicator to work, trying to code it myself, but now Pinky said no, he's not gonna do that. Slen has something like that. He tried before, but I forgot.
That's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
But yeah, what's the next topic test?
Alright.
The thing is that we cannot improve the current netcode because we don't have the code.
Source code for SOKU roll, yeah.
Yes. So like it's not too good rollback. Like it is rollback, but it's not. It could be better. And we can't even improve it because we don't have the code.
How do you know it could be better? Like, in what way? Like, people can say, yeah, this this rollback system is shit, this rollback is better. What does that mean actually?
I mean, isn't the SOKU rule these coding used for other games, for other rollback, and isn't that doing pretty well?
No, it's not. It's unrelated, like you're thinking about GGPO and all stuff.
Oh yeah, true.
Rollback is hard to
SOKU is
implement.
literally made with a code that in a hard drive that burned.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
not
funny.
open source or anything. It's a black box, basically, if you want to think about it like that, what SOKU rule is. So
Alright.
you have to code around it, because we don't know what's inside of it.
$10 if somebody can crack the black box, I will pay it.
It's gonna be a lot more than $10, of course.
So, I am broke. I can only offer $10.
That's a SOKU salary, man.
Okay, for real next topic, I'm going to shout out the new players, new year, brand new players. What are your top 3 tips on how to improve quickly in Hiso Tensoku?
There is a fucking game.
Play the fucking game.
You'll be surprised.
How about
mean-
something other than play the fucking game?
No, he has
Read
a
the
point
character
though.
channels.
No, he does have a point.
He has a
just
point.
play
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
it's
Playing a lot
obvious.
is
It's the obvious point. But okay, counter argument. In League of Legends, there are people who have been playing like for 5 years and they're still bronze.
Yeah,
Why?
because the game is fucking hard.
No, it isn't. You just
So just keep
No,
playing.
it's not.
Just keep
It's
playing.
not that hard that you get stuck in bronze. It's like saying
We're not even talking
Uh,
about League though. He's so tense. It's a fighting.
yeah,
game.
that's just a very relatable example because those cases exist. They're everywhere. Oh my god, Mello, why did you jump? Anyway, it's like saying if we compare to SOKU, someone who has been playing like for 5 years and he's still low level. He's not even a mid-led after 5 years. An example that I have.
Let him go.
Should I say the name?
We're
Or
gonna
should
be
I not?
toxic again.
No,
Yeah.
more toxicity in the chat. Anyways,
Okay.
we didn't even
I
get
have-
past
I
the
have to
first
choose.
tip to improve yet. We're
So,
supposed to
my
come out with
person-
3.
So
Can
my
I say-
personal.
Can
I have
just-
3 tips.
Okay,
Let Daka go first, let's say.
let's let Daka cook.
Second tip I have: please be specific when you're asking questions, or you're not gonna be helped.
Please.
Learn to ask for advice. Crazy.
Because fighting game players suck at teaching, but there are also people who suck at learning and taking
Yeah.
advice. So
Just
you
Ask
can
good
just
questions.
How to be better and expect to improve.
Like, there are a lot of people that go into a game and that's like, any tips, and I'm less like, half the time, because I mean, you don't really you don't really look for specific things while you're playing a match. You just kind of play what happens to you. So what do you think they should say instead?
This happened to me recently as well, because I was playing someone. It was a beginner. After 2 games, they asked me any tips.
I'm just like,
What am I supposed to do?
what am I supposed to say then?
What did you say?
Since you say that it was a beginner, it can be something pretty simple. Just tell him to block and wake up.
Like, I try to give very basic things and ask about more specific questions.
Yeah, I feel like it just say something that happened, and then talk about. Yeah,
I wasn't helping them. Like, they thought I didn't want to help them, but I did. I just couldn't.
yeah.
I
Usually,
didn't have anything to offer.
when someone asks me like any tips, I go into the match. Well, I don't go into the match. I think about what happened in the match. I try to think about like one specific interaction that I was winning at, and then I'm just like, okay, this is something that I took advantage of in the match. Try to work on this. Like, I have to think of the good question for them, But yeah, I'd like
Yeah, that's annoying.
just when you lose or you're losing to someone, just try to think about a thing that keeps happening. Like if you notice a pattern or something like that, and you don't know what the answer is. Like you'll be like, "Hey, this is happening to me a lot. What can I do about it?" That's one.
You know what the issue is actually? People are just lazy. When they ask for tips like that, they don't want to think for themselves. They just ask, any tips? Any advice? And they don't really the reason why they are bad at asking for advice is because they're lazy. That's how I see it.
Can also be just because they don't
think
know
it's-
better.
Yeah, it can be both. It can be laziness, but it can also be ignorance. But
It depends
I
on the
think-
player level. It depends
I
on
think people can
what
work
level
on
they're at when they're asking for advice. Like when Jungle Boy asks for that kind of advice, he just types in chat any tips. He's not gonna get anything nowadays. But if a
Yeah.
beginner asks that, it's kind of different, you know.
Yeah, Deka is right in the chat. I think being able to know what kind of questions you gotta ask, like unprompted, because if I go to someone and I tell them you need to watch out for things in your game, like you actually tell them that they need to think about it, then a lot of players will actually go ahead and think about it or analyze the replays and stuff, but most people won't do that if you don't tell them to do that. So I think it's like Deka said, it's a skill that some people have, that they actually go ahead and think by themselves in the first place.
That being said, it is better to ask a bad question than to not ask anything.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely. Another thing that I think a lot of people get wrong when it comes to improving in this game is, for example, that they literally never check replays from better players or check them out at all. They just want to improve in a vacuum.
No,
It's
so
the
you think
gratification
watching other players is important to getting better?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Because,
For sure.
example, so for example, let's say that you are, I don't know, you're playing Yomu and you're a beginner. The first thing that comes to mind is people tell you, oh, Yomu is a fast character, so that means I must be a D6 hero. And then you see top tier players that are much more relaxed and are looking for opportunities to use Yomu's movement to punish the opponent and things like that. Things that a beginner will not do at all.
Mm-mm. You know, it'd be nice if because there are other game communities where it's like they have a list of players to watch for every character if you want to learn. We should have something like that where it's just like, oh, you want to learn X character, watch this player. You want to learn this character, watch this player. You know, just having a quick resources like that would be actually kind of cool. You could just look up their replays and be like, oh yes, this is who I'm gonna watch.
I think.
Oh, yeah, but that's difficult.
Yeah.
But we couldn't revive that old JP replay pack. Like, it's very old and it's very outdated, but for someone who's starting the game, that pack should be okay. You remember, we had one pack of replays from Japanese players that was separated by character and matchup inside the pack. So every character had the replays from every matchup. I think that pack is really good, actually, but I don't know if people still have that pack.
How come people don't play like Japanese players then? If we always use Japanese replays as like the role model for our gameplay, like learn from the Japanese
You
players,
think
but
people actually
end,
watch replays?
Well,
You learn from Japanese players, but the thing that molds your gameplay the most is the people you're playing against, because
That's
the
also
things that
true.
are effective are gonna be based on the people that you're facing, not the people you're watching.
there's
You do
also
what
some-
works, not what you think will
Uh,
work, right?
You see when you were playing Alice, like when you were watching Ariri or other Japanese Alice players, they do a lot of stuff that just wouldn't work in Hisoten. Like, people in Hisoten are much more willing to dash or to mash or to do something like that, and Japanese players are less willing to do that. So if you just try to do everything Ariri does just like he does, you're probably not gonna have the same success without having the knowledge and the intelligence that Ariri does to make it work against someone who doesn't play like a Japanese player.
okay,
Yeah.
then
I
why
was
don't we
actually-
just tell people to watch Western players instead? Why even point them to Japanese players in the first place?
But
Because we're so
We have good
like,
players as well,
first,
right?
yeah, but if you're starting out and we already have a pack separated, the thing is the material is already done. We don't need to gather replays from Joga or other LS players from, like, of course that would be good. Like, I would love to have a replay pack of Joga against every character. It would be like a dream, but we don't have the time or not the people willing to do that. but we already have that for Japanese players. So I think that's a good idea. I just don't know if anyone still even has those replays.
It's basically just SOKU replays.
Yeah,
Check out the top 10 in SOKU replays ranking. But if we had to choose them personally, that's true. It's gonna be a shitstorm, as Deca says, because it's a lot of egos involved. But Japanese players, Japan is like so far away, so isolated from us that there's no ego involved. We just know, hey, they're the best players over there, so we can choose their replays, watch them without any bias, kind of like that. Oh, but to the topic, on the topic of teaching newer players, Blaze also says he used to teach a lot of new players, but he gave up because people just aren't very invested in SOKU. Like, Blaze wastes all his time teaching them, tries his best to mentor them, and then they just quit.
Yeah.
So I guess that goes back to play the game, right?
I think
play the fucking game. That's how you get good.
I think we could summarize like 3 tips. So I think the first tip I would like to give to anyone is to read the character channels and read the resources. And if you want to ask something about, for example, a skill card or a spell card, you can search for that in the chat in the specific character channels, and there surely will see like material for those cards. For example, some people have been asking stuff on the Yukari channel about, for example, the default 2-1-4, or I think I read someone asking about Wings of the Chimera, the alt skill card. And Aramis has actually posted a lot of stuff about those. And I know that in the Komachi channel there's also a lot of talk about many different skill cards. So if you start by that, you're gonna get a better response because people have already discussed it and you just have to read it, and you get a faster response. And after you learn and read and everything, then you can make an informed question, which brings me to the second tip. Try to get informed questions. Try to analyze what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're playing, watch your replays, watch other people's replays, and try to think, like, analyze small situations. For example, if you're losing, maybe you're losing on because you never catch them in pressure, or because you always lose when you're getting pressure. So try to think what's happening in that moment, and don't think about the general game. You don't have to just win overall. You have to focus on small parts, and when you get those small parts down, then you can go ahead and think about a bigger game. And my third tip, and the biggest tip of all, and I think that tip is consistent on, I'm not sure if everyone, but I think most top players will agree on this tip, is enjoy the game. If you're not playing, and if you're playing without enjoying the game, then you're gonna drop the game, you're gonna get sad, and you're gonna just quit. And in Brazil, we have 4 big top players, which is me, Machi, Deca, and Vibago. And the thing we all have in common is that we all love the game very much, and we played a lot of the game because we loved it, and we studied, or we watched it, or we practiced because we enjoyed it. And I think I see these days we are very esports, even in Hisoto and SOKU, which is a very small game, and we still are very esports because I think the overall culture in video games is very esports these days. And so people are they act like it's a kind of a job or an obligation to get better, and that's not how it works. If you enjoy the game and you play it because you enjoy it, you're definitely going to improve. So that's my third tip and the biggest tip I have to give. Play it as long as you enjoy it.
Do you think people are like that though? Because I feel like people are mostly casual about the game.
No, I have definitely seen people that are like, oh, I still can't beat X player, or I still haven't reached X level, or I still can do X thing, and they get really sad and really upset at themselves. And they are improving, but I think the mental toll on themselves is gonna consume them eventually. So I really see that happening sometimes.
Yeah, but Iris is also right. If you want to get better, you also have to learn how to not how to do the things that aren't fun. You can't always have fun. You have to work hard. Do the reviewing replays can't be
Well,
fun.
it
There's no way
depends
that's fun.
what your goals are, right?
I love watching replays. What the hell?
If your goal is to
Okay.
just get better, you can still have fun doing it. But if your goal is to like reach the very top of the SOKU ladder, like beat the best in the world, then you're gonna have to not have fun for a bit.
Yeah, but
But if
for
you're
example,
able to
watch, if you watch iRock versus Blaze when they play on stream, they're always having a blast. They're always enjoying themselves. Like, of course, they will probably get frustrated when they lose, but I don't see anyone having as much fun as them, and they're the two best players that we have in North America. So I think that's something that you have to think about.
yeah. Tess, do you have fun still playing SOKU?
Yeah, it's a fun game. Sometimes.
Yeah, we all remember your depression phase, yeah, when you switched to Aya. Can you truly say you had fun there back then?
Yeah, I'm playing Tenchi now.
What? Okay.
Legit,
What about you, Dakawolf?
Well,
Do you
Doc already
enjoy the
gave his
game still?
number. Oh, we were talking about joining. I thought we were talking about the tips for improving.
Yeah, but okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, you can
gotta
answer, you can
address
answer.
I just came back, like, I missed something because I went to drink.
Oh, okay, it's fine then.
Which them is
No,
for like the
well.
last 10 seconds.
Kuji was giving his 3 biggest things to improve. You know, and this last tip was, you know, enjoy the game, have fun with it.
Yeah.
And Chico was asking, do we still have fun with the game?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, not just playing, like, when you try to improve, when you're trying out tech and stuff, do you still enjoy that, or... Because I know you sucked Sakuya dry pretty much. You did so much for Sakuya, all those resources.
Actually, I didn't because there's still a lot to do, which I didn't finish because I'm playing other games as well.
Oh, okay. I thought you were done with your Sakuya document. I know you were also working on Alice and the other stuff.
Yeah, it turns out I finished Alice Hockey before Sakuya Hockey pretty much with him. So yeah, I still enjoy the game, but I don't feel like I play as much as before because I have other games to play, like other fighting games like Guilty Gear Strive and other stuff, which I also enjoy, and sometimes more than SOKU.
That's fair.
For different reasons.
Alright.
You have a pro tip for improvement? What do you
Well,
say,
thank-
Dr. Wolf?
Number 1 tip was play the game. We didn't get the other 2.
Yeah, but that's your tips, man. That's not even my tip. I wouldn't say that.
Well, you asked Daka. That's
Dak
tip.
tip. That was Daka's tip.
Yeah,
Daka's tip was play the game.
Daka's second was be more specific when you're asking questions, or actually, know what you want to ask before you actually
Yeah,
ask.
but
yeah.
do you have any more, Daka? Other than
I'm
that.
not sure if I can think about a third one.
Read the pins.
Yeah.
Read the pins. Okay, here's one. Do you think that new players should try to play against everyone, or should they try to play against other new players? Who should you try to be playing against when you're starting out?
I think the
Should
best
you be
way,
abusing that beginner ping, or...
I think the best way to improve is to play someone on a similar level as you.
So you should be smashing that beginner ping.
And also sometimes to play higher level players who can tell you what to improve or see how they play and how they apply certain mechanics of the game. And also sometimes players that are weaker than you, if you want to practice certain things and make them more consistent. But preferably play against people that are at your level because it's more fun and
Yep,
easier.
exactly.
Yeah.
If
I
you
think
just
I think the idea of a rival is one of the best things to help you in a game, because if you have someone that you like to face and is on a similar skill level to you, then you improve at the same rate and you both enjoy the game much more. I think searching for a rival is definitely a really good thing to do.
Yeah, that's basically what you have to do as a beginner. You play other beginners, pick someone who you feel like you can beat. It's hard to gauge though, as a beginner. You don't know, is this guy just slightly better than me or is he much better than me? You don't really know yet, but after a few weeks I think you kind of have an idea and you can pick out a rival easily. But the thing is your rival as active as you? That's the other thing.
My rival wasn't.
Who was your rival?
It was a Suica main from Ecuador called Blast. He basically quit the game last year. He hasn't played really since.
Rip.
But I honestly, on my case, I just played against everyone really. I think that's the best way to enjoy the game.
Oh, I'm curious about rivals of the old players. Like Kuchibiki, who was your rival? Oh, it's Deka, right? It's obviously Deka.
Yeah, it's Deca, but these days I usually play a lot more with Vibago. Like I used to actually hate Vibago when he joined. He joined around I think 2012 or 2014. I don't remember. And I hated him. I hated playing him. And then in SOKU's in end of the year 2017, he did the vibagod.exe clip, and we became friends because of that clip. And
Okay.
ever since then, we play a fuck ton of games. Like we played, like I think early 2019, we played every day almost. So he's my modern day rival, but my OG rival is definitely Deca.
Esiro, who was your rival?
Huh.
Who was your rival? Actually curious.
Good question.
I know you
I mean-
started out as a Tenchi main, right?
No.
What? Wait, what? What did you play? You definitely did not start as Komachi.
Well, depends like when you count as me starting play. Like when I joined the IRC, I started playing Komachi.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were playing Tenchi, man, all the time back then.
No, I played Tenchi after I started Komachi. On Komachi, then I went to Tenchi.
Oh, okay. Okay, your role model was Magister though, right? But who was your rival?
I remember playing Blaze a lot. I used to.
Yeah, actually, you guys kind of started out at the same time, right? Or maybe 1 year difference?
No, that wasn't a year. We were a few months apart.
And now he's the best and you're just a commentator.
We went our separate ways, you know. I'm the best commentator though, so I'm
Unnecessary.
technically still the best. So in the end, I had the last laugh. Anyways, yeah, it's been like different eras where I'm just like there are different players who I end up playing against more than often, or that I want to play against, or just like I feel like I have a chance to try things out if I play against this player, but they also like keep me on my toes, you know. It changes.
Yep.
It's harder to have a consistent rival. I don't nearly play as much as I used to, for obvious reasons, but I do like the idea of having a rival.
Naka, who's your rival? It's Ichirin?
No, it used to be PC Bolt. But
Wait,
nowadays,
who?
Drop the game.
PC Volt.
PC Bolt, but he doesn't play
Okay.
as much anymore. Like he's more focused on things like multi-blood, MBTL, and stuff.
So let's go. Melty Blood Type Uno. Woo.
Based.
Wes, who's your rival?
I have rivals if that counts.
Yeah,
So-
any rival at any point.
So back in the
Time.
day, like Splinter, me and One used to like all train under Genki, right? So they were pretty much my rivals back in the day.
Wait, it's kind of funny to imagine.
Yeah,
Just
it was
Three
it was
little
actually-
boys learning from Genki.
It was chaotic. I will say it was genuinely chaotic. It was a pretty fun time. I won't lie.
And you, Chiki? Who was your rival?
Oh man,
Was it Magus?
I don't know. No, it was not Magister. He was too good to be my rival. When I started, Magister was already the best. Okay.
Owl,
Uh,
maybe?
Yeah, he just showed up in the chat, and I don't want to say "ow." That'd be too embarrassing. I mean, there's going up. Kind of my rival. There was also this Oku player called Stefano. He started after me, but he improved quickly with Oku, and I tried really hard to beat him, and eventually I just had the Oku matchup. I downloaded pretty much, but I guess I had like 3 or 4 rivals at one point. It was basically Advice Owl, going up, Stefano, but nowadays, I know my rival nowadays. I guess it's Ichirin. As much as I hate it, to admit it, but we go pretty even. Sometimes he wins more games. Sometimes I win more games. Very back and forth. And no other players. There are no other players I go even like this against.
Oh man, I'm so flattered.
It's kind of sad, right? Because we've played for so long and so many people have come and gone during this time. I'm really lucky to still have my rivals playing even to this day.
All right, I guess we can move on to one last topic before we do our closing. Okay.
One last topic. Let me choose the topic. Wait.
Fine.
No.
Fine, I'll let you choose.
Test no.
I mean, we have Dakawolf and Kujibiki and Bane here for a reason, right? For the region-specific questions.
Okay.
Sure.
Now, is there anything going on in EU in the other server, Dakawolf? That question goes to you.
Well, can you repeat?
Is there anything going on in EU or in the EU server? Anything, any new French players, any new European players you want to mention?
There's a bunch of new players that, like, there's been like an influx of very new players recently. But besides that, not much is really happening besides a few rare offline events.
Offline events? What kind of offline events?
It's like either meetups or tournaments or things like Frosty. You know how Frosty Frosting is.
Yep.
Is planned, but like we have at least 2 players going there.
Yeah, it's Steak and PC World, I think, right?
And me.
Yeah.
But PC
Oh,
might
you
not
are
be-
going too.
We're all gonna go to Chicago, baby. Woo!
Oh my god, we're gonna see Dakawolf live.
because, yeah,
I'm
because,
gonna cheer for you, Daka.
like PC might
You're gonna be the only Sakuya main.
able to
Nah,
because
Duckator's
he has
there.
an issue with his
Oh,
cat.
Daka, okay. Sorry, Daka. Yeah, continue.
But yeah, otherwise that's not much is really happening. People are still talking shit and the usual, you know.
Where do you think the influx of new players is coming from? Are you guys advertising?
Not
Or are they coming from the main server, going over to the European server?
no idea.
Man, is that gonna be your first time in America?
Yeah, but by the way, there's also another French Toho community which is separate. and we have some players that already came from there in the past, and there's also new ones that are coming, but I'm not really sure where all of them are coming from. But we do have new players.
Good to hear, though.
Not much happening beside that.
Okay,
Actually-
this question, same question to Banne and Kujibiki. What's going on over in your servers?
I just want to ask Daka, do you guys in Europe like not have any events at all? Like you don't have tournaments, first to tens, lobbies, anything?
No,
Wow, that's kind of depressing.
there was at some point, but like the one organizing them is busy. So yeah, we don't have anything much happening.
I know there was one offline event for SOKU in Sweden, I think, or something, where Ran, Ionator.
Oh,
Were you also there?
Yeah, I went there with Ron, Ionator, Nakan, Emperor.
Yeah,
Like,
was
that
that
was-
an anime convention or what was that about?
So-
Narcon or something.
Narcon, yeah, that was a Narcon. Nakan is in like a local Toho group, right? And they basically organize events like that in Sweden for conventions.
Yeah, but he only did it once.
No, they're
Alright.
doing it every year.
Yeah, what happened to that? Why are you
Narcon
going?
in Sweden. Isn't Narcon coming up soon?
Well, to be fair, so first of all, like, what was it, 2 years, 3 years of fucking COVID happened? Second of all, Nather has been busy in real life as well. As far as I know, Nakan has become an artist as well. So it's just been busy lives all around.
Narcon Summer 2023. Oh wait, no. It's July 27 to 30th.
Nah, then
You can-
in my case, I'm a
You can
pro
talk
player.
to Eric KOK about it.
That
He's
is
a...
true. That is true. Maybe I should go again. We'll see. I do want to go to Evo though, so I will have to decide.
Yo man, go to Evo. That's gonna be fun.
Hey, we better be playing Grumblu.
I want to go to Evo too, but I have to go to Vietnam.
Next time, Chicky. Next time.
So,
Damn first holders.
Bane, how is SOKU going nowadays?
Well, honestly, this year was kind of an uphill battle because we changed the server owner like thrice between Evans, which is basically has left the SOKU community overall. He just plays casually every now and then, but he rarely comes to the server and the likes. Ham, which basically had to leave for an entire year because of obligations in real life and the likes, and then ultimately it came up to me. So at the beginning, I was basically trying to get tournaments going, events as well, but nothing was happening at all because apparently people wanted to play, but they didn't want to be involved in any kind of tournament. I don't know why.
No, wait, what?
Yeah,
Which
I
one?
was surprised because I was organizing a lot of events with different formats. So, for example, we had events with ban lists, we had events with meme rules and the likes, and in the end, the half of the year nothing happened. So I was basically kind of pissed off. Advice: SOKU is the SA server. The other one, the main one aside from Genso Arena as well. So basically, half of the year, nothing was going on, and the other half of the year, it actually started growing up because there was an influx of new players coming on. We had like a circle of 5 or so friends from real life that just casually joined the server and started playing alongside us. So that was kind of quite a boost on morale. And then we also started hosting events, and they also gained a lot of traction because I started announcing them over at Hisuten as well as in Genso, and people started to like the formats as well. For example, Trick or Treat had like 20-ish players. We also hosted 2 editions of Haymaker, which is a tag team tournament, and they also had like 12 teams registered. And we had a lot of help from Genso growing up the event side. We also started hosting events outside from SOKU, for example, Palette Contest, and they also gained a lot of traction because surprisingly there's a lot of people interested in making palettes for the game with certain teams. So for example, Beat Video Games, be it animes or animated series as well, and they quite like them. We also had, for example, there was also a clip contest, and another thing that was quite interesting as well is that at the very beginning I was the only tournament organizer and commentator, but then we started having more commentators as well. For example, Gemini and Jorgito started commentating events alongside me. We also had we also started to have a podcast going on. So now we are on the we're waiting.
You have a SOKU podcast?
Yeah, we have the 5th edition now, which was it was Alice. We covered Alice, Suika, Remilia, and Sakuya, and the following one is Oku, which is going to be my favorite one because obviously I'm an Oku. So it's honestly been quite a good year overall.
Oh wait, it's character specific podcast. So each podcast you just talk about specific characters.
That
was the official Hisotun podcast. That's what they did. They did an episode per character.
Interesting.
And well, currently for 2023, we're just planning on keeping the players that we have and hopefully growing up. Because, for example, I started to have a Twitch running, and it was surprisingly popular overall. Obviously, it doesn't get nowhere near as traction as T0 does, but honestly, thank you to T0 because I have to say you were the one that inspired me to do these things overall. But it started running pretty smoothly overall. I have events that people want to watch, I have commentators that want to commentate alongside me and the likes, and we also have people doing tournaments of their own. It's been quite nice overall. And now the first tournament on the video that we're going to host is another edition of the Haymaker, and this time we're going to have banners as well. And I heard that that idea in particular was loved in Genso because I saw them talking about it today, and I'm really looking forward to see what banners they make.
I'm already making mine.
Yeah, those SOKU banners from Hearts United were also pretty funny. So those kinds of events are always pretty good. Oh, but since you're also a server owner now, what would you say is the difference between the Hisotun server and your server? Like, maybe something that you like about your server that our server could maybe implement, or anything that you wish SOKUway would develop into?
I would say that overall the main difference is kind of like the community because it's more tight-knit. After all, it's only SA people, so for example, they had a chance to organize a meetup in Chile where players like Ruby, Ham, Soma, and Nanyaku managed to play on the tournament.
Wait, Nanyaku still plays?
Yeah, Nanyaku still plays, and he won the tournament, of course. So, for example, I would say that it's more tight-knit overall because the community, originally, it was a lot of IRL friends, because I know that, for example, Tanuris, Aguelandro, Suwako have met each other in real life, I believe. There's also the group from Evans, Soma, and I think it was Nicolas Neck that have also met each other IRL. So, like, the community is kind of more friends above all else, and it also has that vibe overall. It's much more friendly.
Yeah. Wait, you're saying what do you mean more friendly? Is the Hisotun server too toxic for you?
Well, it's more like it's personal, you know, like you know everyone, right? Where it's in Hisotun, you're not guaranteed to know everyone, you know. It's not like a friends group. It's just a.
Yeah. Wait, Nicolas Snake, isn't that Ruby's brother?
Yeah.
Wait, they're brothers? I did not know that.
Yeah, because when Ruby's hosting, sometimes SOKU plays shows Nicolas Snake instead of Ruby.
I didn't know that. That's good. That's fun.
Shall I go then?
So yeah, Kujibiki, you're next.
Yeah, so 2022, actually during the pandemic and stuff, we did a lot in Gensel, and in Gensel we have KBGs. Yeah, every week on Thursday, 9 p.m. Brazil time, we have this open lobby system where people play in a queue, and regardless if you win or you lose, you always play 2 people. So we have that in a way that makes people like play with no commitment, and so even a few people from everyone is welcome to join. So we have people like Mixer playing, and we have Ham used to join, and Sonic played a lot too, and Jungle Boy also has been joining recently, and it's a really fun and low stakes way to play different people. So we enjoyed that a lot, and thanks a lot to Vibago for hosting it every week. Sometimes, very very rarely he can host, but he'll host like 99% of the KBGs that we have. And
Wait, I've never heard of them.
I used to advertise them on Hisoten, but nobody ever joined, so I stopped. But we still sometimes tell people to join. If you're interested, just join every Thursday 9 p.m. Brazil time. Just ask to be put on the queue, and you can play with us. And then we'll call you when it's your turn. I even have an image illustrating how KBGs works and stuff. I'll send it later, but it's basically that you join the queue, and we tell you when it's your turn to play. You play versus 2 different people in a best of 3, and then you wait till your turn comes around again, and you can play with people outside of the queue if you want. And
Wait, why don't you just do it like Testero then? The lab it's the same thing.
Well, they were
basically.
first also.
What?
It's because
This has been going on way before the lab.
Yeah, but you can change the format now, so you don't have to announce people. It will be automatic.
Yeah, but
Also, it's like they have the thing where it's like everyone's watching the same game, you know.
Yeah,
That's part of it.
we do the stream, and it's part of the thing. Like, it's more for Brazilian players because we can join the call and chat. Like, everyone is on the same call, and we chat with each other, and we watch the same games and stuff. But since most other people from outside of Brazil don't understand Portuguese, they can't join the call part. So it's a big part for us, but that's why you can like change the format to be like the zeros.
Yeah, Tess, why don't you stream the lab, man?
I mean, it's supposed to be low pressure. I want to have people think, oh no, I gotta play on stream.
Yeah, but it works out for Kuchibiki.
Yeah.
Low pressure, and it's still being streamed. It's still all fun and stuff.
I think it's a thing of the community too. Like One said.
Well, I mean, the QBG stream
closer.
is different from like a Testero stream. You know, the number of viewers are gonna be different.
Yeah, it's mostly your friends in quotation marks playing, so it's much lower stakes. Like, nobody cares if you win or lose. But I also think that the Genso community is a bit more chill and friendlier than Hisoten. Like, a lot of people, even outside of Brazilians, come to Hisoten because everyone says we are so nice and stuff, and we, especially our Vibago and Eka, they really crack down on toxic people. So we tend to have a friendlier environment for people. Like, a lot of players that are homeless because they hate their servers tend to gravitate to Genso because we're very welcome to people like BBQ and Galaxies and other people who were sometimes homeless.
Oh, they're in the server right now?
They are.
I thought Galaxies was just like he's all by himself.
No, Galaxies even went back to SOKU, I think. Not sure, but yeah. So for some time he was only in Genso and BBQ too, and I think some other players too.
Yeah, Barbecue left again. But
She did.
So if Vibago was a moderator in Hisoten, what would he ban? What would he crack down?
Do you get on?
What? Okay, aside from
Get
me.
on. Body.
Sorry, bro.
Body bags.
Well, the other stuff that we also have a system of, we have the moderators, like it's 5 people, and we have collaborators, who are people who are interested in organizing something or doing something, and we give them a role and we give them a special channel so they can work on the projects and discuss with other collaborators. So we have, for example, Inari. He's an IA player from Brazil, and he started making a series of videos explaining basic mechanics and other text from the game. And he edits the video, and someone from Gensol reads the script. So it's like that fun kind of thing. And we have other people who work on separate tournaments. We have Duels of Restriction, which is a tournament with a gimmick, like basically a draft deck. So each card costs a number of points, and your deck can only have so much points. And that's organized by other people. And we have our version of Border of Duel, which is also organized by a different person. It's all of these tournaments are streamed at the Gensou channel, but they're usually organized by different people, and they are commentated usually by Vibago or Decarabia, but also these different people. And
yeah, I really think that the Hisoten server needs something like that, especially for content creation. We
I
don't really
think
collaborate with each other. Nobody
it's
really
easier,
says
like,
anything.
Of course, T-Zero is the Hisoten brand, right? But having the Gensou channel allows us to make everything in a single place, right? So we have different tournaments and organized by different people, but since it's always streamed on the Gensou account, so then everything stays kind of in the same place, and it's all kind of together at the same spot.
Yeah.
And so I think that really helped us grow and be more active this year. All these events that we organize and that other people organize alongside us, and also, of course, the events we held alongside other people from other servers. We had, I don't remember if it was this year, but we had a Brazil versus France event, and we had
Brazil versus France. What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm surprised they even want to play against you guys. Was the connection good?
I think so. I didn't play in it because the 4 top players from Brazil didn't play in that tournament because France players said we would crush them. So we balanced the roster a bit.
Wait, Dakawa, did you participate? Dakawa, were you in it?
I don't remember.
I think
remember.
Daka did alongside Aramis. They were the finalists. But
Wait.
I don't remember. I think maybe it was 2021. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore.
Oh, okay.
But we tend to like to organize things with other servers, like mainly SOKU because it's the other SA server. But we are always looking for opportunities to make different events with different communities.
Okay,
Maybe
there's something else that we've looked into a few months ago or a few weeks even. I noticed that your server is a community server, like a public community server. How does that work? Like, did you apply for that and you just got the okay from Discord?
No, you just
what did you?
like. It's just a setting, I think.
Yeah, but you have to apply. You have to apply. Like we were discussing that if we wanted that, we would need to allow Discord to scan our messages, right? So
yeah, it has
not safe for work servers.
Filter. Yeah, we don't have NSF and not safe for work channel in our server, and we also don't have many like variety channels. Like we have a channel for general talk, a channel for SOKU gameplay, a channel for fighting game talk, a channel for other games, and a channel for posting art, and a channel for posting music, and that's about it. We don't have many specific channels for other things. If something is like getting big, people usually make a thread instead of making a channel, and because we feel like we don't want to how am I gonna say this? Like we feel like it's not necessary. Like people can just go to other servers to talk about other stuff if they need to. We don't want to make the server too full of people who don't play the game. But even though we already have a lot of people who don't play the game actually, but we don't want to. I think we had like a bit of negative perceptions from from Hisoten, from people who didn't play the game but were still talking.
That's true. I was gonna say that. Do you think it's a problem? Like Tess, do you think it's a problem that we have so many people who don't even play the game but they still talk? In general, or shit posting. They also have opinions on the server and stuff, but they don't even play. Like,
well, I mean,
why are you in the server?
They're mostly separate, you know. It's like a SOKU section for people that care, and if they want to stay over there, as long as they don't get in the way, I mean, we can't really complain, you know.
Yeah, they don't get in the way because we give them a place, right? But should we even give them a place? If they don't want to be in this community for the main purpose, which is SOKU or Toho, I guess, but mostly SOKU, then why are you even here?
That's a more, I guess that's a more like opinionated thing. It's like some people will say if they're not doing anything, then why care? And some people are like, you know, you should only have the people that want to play the game in the server.
Yeah, but that results
I mean, I'm mostly neutral on this.
Yeah, it results in channels that, like, I'm not in many channels because I don't care about nude posting in general, or what other service do we have? Channels do we have? Like all those guys, VTuber, languages, whatever.
I mean, the thing is, you don't need to be there.
Yeah, I'm talking about from a moderator's perspective. No.
Most people can't react to being a moderator.
Yeah, like it's kind of I think we like kind of noticed that Hisoten was getting a bit too big, with too many people who weren't directly interested in the game, and sometimes it felt like a lot of the drama or a lot of the work that the mods have to do. Because
doesn't have to do with SOKU.
At Console, we are really chill with mods and stuff because we barely have to moderate anyone or anything. Like, I think the only person to ever get banned from Gensel was Shinki, and not even we didn't have to ban fucking Omnitel because he quit himself. But like. We don't have to take too many actions, and I think part of it is because the server is a bit more focused, and of course, since it's a regional server, it's kind of a lot easier, right? So I can't really compare, but one thing that we did think was that having a server that was too big and too unfocused was at sometimes not very positive thing for the game or the community.
Yep.
So that's why we changed it. We made the server in that structure that it is today. And last thing I want to say is that I want to give a very, very big shout out to Dekarabia, because he basically carried Gensou on his back. He came up with a lot of the ideas that we have today. He was the one who, like, he pushed for a lot of events, a lot of things. Our equivalent of the Board of Duo was his idea. He does the promotional images. He comes up with ideas all the time. He has our schedule of events. He's always looking out for us, and it's insane how much work he does. Like, all of us are just in his shadow, basically. The Caribbean single-handedly saved Brazil from dying as a server.
Shout out to Deca.
Yeah, that's very cool. He's basically the Tessero of Gensou.
Yeah, he does everything. He's the brain behind everything. Like me and Vibago and the other moderators, we just do the work when you need to. But the Carabia is really the soul behind Gensou Arena. Even like I feel like our community, the way we behave, like when people say we are so nice, I think that's a reflection of the Carabia, because he's a really nice guy. he's thoughtful to people. He doesn't want to be toxic, and he's always wanting to have fun and stuff. And I think he really reflects on Gensou. And if anyone likes Gensou, they really should thank the Karabi, because Gensou is only like that today because of the Karabi.
So the reason that Hisoten is toxic is because we're toxic. I see.
No, it's
Yeah.
because you're toxic,
Yeah,
Tess.
it's because Chiki is a mod, because Irish is a mod, because
Oh.
Broods is a mod. So yeah.
We bring the
Wait, Brood is
toxicity.
only a character channel. Wait, it's a SOKU mod. SOKU mod channel.
Okay, so he's only half toxic. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, the toxicity in Hisoten is kind of hard to address because a lot of things is just the status quo by now. You know, we got used to it. We're not sure if we want to change this because changing some things will definitely push some people away. Some people will
But-
probably leave the server or just stop interacting. I don't know.
But for what it's worth, I think these days Hisoten is a really better, much better place than it was like a few years back. Like there was a time where there was a lot of drama, a lot of annoying people, and I think these days Hisoten is a much better place to be in. I don't think it's even that bad. Like I'm mostly joking when I say it's toxic and stuff, but like. A lot of the more annoying people that still are there are much better now and stuff. So I think Hisoten is, like I said, a much better place these days. So it's not that bad.
What am I watching?
Don't worry about it. Okay. But I think now we can close off with some questions from the audience. Okay.
Viewer questions. Let's go.
Yeah. So if you're in the chat and you want to ask any of the people here something, go ahead. Now's your chance. Waited for. When's the next VOD? It's actually going to happen. I'm bringing it back for.
Oh, you have someone in mind already?
No, but I want. And I want to bring the series back. It's just getting harder and harder to think of good matchups, so I'm just like, dang, maybe I should just wait for the matchups to get good. So, yeah, I mean...
You mean you're waiting for the players to get good?
It won't be long. I just am brainstorming. But VOD is not dead. Any new kind of events planned? I actually was thinking about running a beginner tournament. I don't think I've run a beginner tournament in like years. I think the theme that I was going with was like something where it's like, you know, we have all the players that started last year and get them into a tournament, you know. Like welcome to SOKU 2023 sort of thing. Like, you know how we have end of the year? You know, we should do a beginning of the year.
Wait, so regardless of player skill, if they just started playing last year, they are eligible to join.
Yeah. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you would be replacing Fahim though. Well,
Fahim
kinda. But it's different. Fahim is also too
literally
busy for-
once a year tournament.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to worry
And-
about it.
Like you don't have to replace Fahim. You could like just do it in his place. You could do Dream Chasers if he agreed, of course. But that's the thing that I was saying about Brazil that is a bit different from Hisoten. Like if someone can host the beginner tournament, we have a beginner tournament in Brazil too. So if someone can host that, another person can do it, right? It doesn't have to be the main person behind it. So
Yeah, you don't
that
take
could be
credit really.
an idea.
I mean, wouldn't they be ultimately different because Fajin is more aimed towards beginners to mid, and this one will be just strictly beginners?
Well, not strictly beginners, but just
I mean,
everyone
people
who
that
played last
started
year, right?
within a year are beginners, bro.
Oh,
I don't know how you
let's
can.
skip the tournament.
Your jungle boy has been playing for 1.5 years, you know?
Yeah, but that's longer than a year. That's more than the scope of this tournament. It would be people that started with playing 1 year or less.
Or you could just host TC. So.
Your Mixer would qualify. He has been playing for less than a year, apparently.
Yeah, man, he's a beginner.
Yeah,
He's a beginner. What about it?
Oh, we're still using
he's
this
so
as a
good
meta.
already.
Oh my god, Mioxid is playing applied the cheeky tier list, but under the T0 version.
Okay,
You know
why
this
were
is so good? It's because he plays on QBGs.
why were the
Ah.
topics disorganized and random? Because this
It's
is
the
the
first
first.
one, man.
It's the first one. We were just trying to get something going, you know. I think next time we'll have or you will have a better structure. But for now, I mean, it wasn't the worst first podcast, I don't think. But you can definitely give feedback. I'm open for feedback. We can improve. Don't worry. What happened to Thieves tournament? I don't know about that.
He was busy, as I mentioned before. But I believe he's gonna start again after Frosty.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people, and you know, we didn't really know what we wanted to talk about, so we just started talking about literally everything.
Yeah, the people I asked to join the podcast, well, the reason I asked them to join in the first place was because of their regional knowledge. So Bane and Kujibiki for Sokuway and Genso, Daka for the French server. But I guess we didn't go too deep into those topics, I guess.
And we talked a bit about them. I think it took the most time.
It was
Yeah.
enough.
But yeah, I think next time we'll definitely have a theme, and we'll have people that can talk about said theme. But you know, like grab bag for the first time. Also, we'll probably have less than 6 people. Keep it to like 4 or 5 at most. Okay. Any other things that the chat wants to ask? We got a whole gang here.
Oh yeah, wait, I do have a question. So, for the IRL events, is there any plans to like make the stream actually watchable?
For the what event?
For the IRL streams like Frosty, for example?
Hey, it's not up to me how good the internet is over there.
Oh. Okay, but at the very least, is there gonna be a re-upload?
Oh, sure. Well,
There have been the
yeah, I did
right?
upload. Yeah, you can see the Frosty IRL VODs on YouTube. If you actually wanted to see them.
Nice.
So, they're there. Both the room and the tournament. Yeah, and Evo is up there too. So, oh, it's all
Moldbreaker
there.
had the best connection, right? I think. At least that's what you guys were saying.
Well, Combo Breaker, we didn't do a stream of the actual bracket. We just went to the finals.
Oh. Wait, I think it's desync.
Who is the
You're
best
just
SOKU
bad.
player in this room?
It's me, man. Who else?
Me, of course.
What? Who said that?
Me?
Best of 3 right now.
Let's go.
Ooh,
Let's
I
go.
think a best of 3 to settle the podcast will be a great idea.
Last
should
time we
allow
lost, you
betting.
remember?
You should allow betting.
And there's plenty of SOKU on the background. You know, we should do a bet on who wins the game. Just put a random match between players you don't know the names, and then you just have to guess who wins.
In League of Legends, there's this. Well, it's not a game, but this type of content where people guess which rank the clip is from.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know that.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, so we can like choose some clips, some funny clips, and then have the people guess who are the players.
Next 5v5. Oh, yeah, that would be fun. It would have to be multiple choice, though. Has there ever been a guess the player type event? Yes, there was. There was a freaking anonymous event where everyone entered under a pseudonym, and they played an IRC, and it was just like they basically at the end you'd have to guess who everyone was. This is tournament? No, this is talking. We are just talking.
Okay, Kamo got worried that he missed the tournament.
No. This is a podcast. We are just talking. What is the next 5v5? I want to do France versus Russia. I don't think they'll ever agree, but hopefully we can get. Maybe one day.
What about Germany, man? I want to play too.
Are there 5 German players?
What about the Netherlands? Wait, just put Netherlands and Germany together. We're similar enough.
It's not a question for now. Huh? What was that? What?
I said just put the Netherlands and Germany together. You're close enough, I know it's.
Still not 5 people.
Well, we have barbecue, we have West.
Still not 5 people.
Is she gonna join?
That's a better question.
No,
Yeah.
probably not. But well, we're just counting.
Where's Vincent? No?
Okay.
He is
Becca
different.
has a real question. Not a question for now, but some other time I should ask for help in IRL SOKU tournaments. We had some mishaps when we hosted our first one in 2022, such as keyboard shenanigans and streaming. Okay, so what I would recommend, right, is keyboard splitter, definitely important. You want to have that set up, and you want to make sure everyone uses that, because otherwise keyboard versus keyboard are going to be a hassle. Also, optimal setup for streaming, have one PC be the dedicated stream station, and to capture your game, capture another PC with the capture card. You get a capture card.
Expensive?
Nah, capture cards aren't that expensive.
They are in Brazil. They are.
Okay, I guess regional pricing is a bitch, but capture cards are very good for this sort of thing. It's better than having the people play off of the PC where you stream it, because you'll have to move around shit and elements and interrupt the game sometimes, so, you know, least amount of interruption.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
That's what I did for Evo, and it worked pretty well. The only problem with the Evo stream was most of the internet.
Oh, Duckawolf, you haven't said anything in a while. What's the hottest take that you have right now?
Wait,
hot
we're
take
in
that you
chat
think that-
questions though.
Ayarok sucks.
Wait, we still have questions? I thought we were done.
Wait,
Aw.
who sucks?
Ayarok spell card.
Which character has the worst
The
play in
Fortnite?
SOKU?
Yeah.
That's a hot take. I love Daka hot takes.
Wait, what was the hot take? Which spell card?
think-
I have four card sucks. He said.
Rocks is
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, when we watch Aya players use 4-card rocks, they don't really get too much from that. Like, Jungle Boy 4-card usage is pretty bad, unironically. Adelaide, when she uses it, it doesn't seem very good either. She doesn't get much out of it. Like, if she's lucky, 2k damage.
It's kind of a
What
mental
was it?
thing, right? Because it's not like the Aya player doesn't get a scary block string without the spell card.
It's just safer. Aya doesn't really have to worry about mesh, although you can still mesh though. You
I
can
just-
still mesh in during rocks.
I just don't ever feel threatened by it every time I'm against it.
Yeah, I just like to chicken block. I just ceiling hug and then it's over. It doesn't matter how well you set up the 4-card rocks. Not that
I
strong.
I'll actually double down on this take. I think all these spell cards that are like that are trash, like Objective Border from Yukari or Satellite Sunflower from Pachi. I think all of those suck.
The neutral card. Hey, wait.
Yeah.
What about the chat questions, man? People are asking stuff and we're ignoring them now.
Chiki's question is more interesting.
Oh my gosh.
I just asked for a hot take, man, because I thought the questions were done.
Okay,
Because we're here for hot takes, you know.
If you wanted a hot take, Steve, we could have done a hot take one.
Yeah, each one of us gives one hot take and then we end the stream, kind of like that, you know.
Okay.
Okay, but wait, what about Hickey's question where he asked what the worst Paulette in the game is?
Wait, what's the question? I
worst
don't
what?
see it.
What's the worst Paulette in SOKU? The color that sucks the most.
Golden
Suika, the eye cancer Suika. Paletti, I hate it.
What color? This is
The,
golden
yellow one, man.
Golden
Yeah.
Suika? You don't like golden Suika?
On the stage.
Bro, my eyes, man.
Okay, golden Suika on reactor core is a problem.
Yeah.
But reactor core is a problem.
Really decent.
Ioku.
I personally would vote second Red Tenchi to be the worst. Because they literally made two of her colors the exact same thing. They couldn't think of anything different, so she has two red colors. That annoys me, and I think that's the worst.
The whole red Tenshi is the worst for me because it's so ugly.
For me, I think it's just Golden Suika. That's mostly because of stage.
Wait, I like red Tenchi. It looks good to me.
Yeah, but there's two of them.
The
What?
one where it's entirely red.
Oh my god, there's two of them? I never noticed. What?
Are you
Oh,
just
yeah.
discovering that there are two red Tenchis?
Yo, that should have been a Kahoot question.
Good question.
Yo, I never noticed. Bro, why are there two red Tenchis, man?
Yeah, if you play a mirror match and you both choose the red color, you'll actually get fucked up. Because they're so similar.
What the hell?
Yeah, so let's go to bed, shall we?
Okay.
Wait,
okay.
what's your hot
I wanted to answer Keima real quick. Okay, about Evo Japan. Evo Japan is actually really close to Frosty. I wouldn't be able to make both trips. But I also have never been to Japan, so I need to travel with someone that knows Japanese. So it would be... I would love to go to Evo Japan, but it probably wouldn't be this year.
Yo, just get Blaze to go with you.
One of these years, though. It's on the list of things to do before I freaking die.
I'm sure you
just
can
ask-
get Blaze to go with you.
Yeah,
Blaze
you
knows
could probably-
Japanese, and I know he wants to go there eventually.
Or just organize like a SOKU group who wants to go to Japan or some shit, I don't know.
Yeah, you just go get a bunch of guys to Japan.
Yeah,
Be fun. Next year. We'll think about it next year.
I'm down.
Yeah, well, Irish, it doesn't matter if most players wouldn't even get into top 8.
Yeah, it's not about placement. If you're going to Japan, it's mostly just to be the fucking trip to Japan, bro.
Yeah, man.
The tournament's only a
It's not
bonus.
sightseeing. The country is small, so you can do a lot of stuff, right? It's not like you're in America. Wolf, do you have any other plans when you go to Frosty other than SOKU?
I plan to play the Strive Barricade, but I don't expect much.
Oh yeah, you play a lot of Strive, don't you? Yeah, good luck in the
Not
Strive
a-
event.
Not a lot, but like I managed to scan hard enough to get. I don't know if you know about Brussels Challenge. it's a major in EU. But like I managed to get top 12 in DNF and Strive there.
Hey, you might do pretty good.
But I don't know. I'm not very confident in Strive lately because I don't play the game much in tournaments.
As long as you play Axel, people will job to you.
You always
I
pick
mean-
top tier, huh?
His Axel is so cool, like, no joke. My man would literally hit me with a combo that fucking contains 3 Axel bombers, and I just stand there like, damn.
Holy shit,
He
he
deserves
deserves
it.
everything.
I won't block everything. It's fucking 5 AM and I'm kinda autopiloting, not gonna lie.
Man, I remember when I used to play Strive. Fun game for like a few minutes, and then I decided not to play Strive anymore. I feel bad.
What do you mean? Just play it.
By the way,
I'm too busy playing Type Lumina and Grand Blue.
The only reason I'm able to go to Frosty is because there was like a big discount on plane tickets.
Yeah. No one's flying in the middle of the winter.
Wait, by the way, how cold is it over there?
Cold as fuck. It's colder than France.
Wow.
Like how much?
It's
Yeah.
in Chicago,
that doesn't
right?
tell
Because
us
of
much.
the Chicago lake.
Okay, you want to know what the current temperature in Chicago is right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Please not in Fahrenheit though.
I can
In Celsius.
Right now, Chicago is -2 Celsius.
Oh, it's fine.
It's okay. That's fine. Yeah. You
Even
don't die
Brazil
yet.
gets the temperature.
But in February, you're looking at like
What time?
you're gonna be looking like -10, -12. You know,
Okay, that's
I mean,
kind of
that-
cold.
I-
As long as it's not -20, then fine.
it's gonna be painful to go outside.
I've seen similar things in France, so it's fine. Like as long as it's not like -20 and down.
Dude, do you know how warm it was in Germany on New Year's Eve?
No.
I think like 15 degrees. At night. It was so warm outside, man. You didn't need to wear a jacket. You could just go out with a shirt or something.
Yeah.
The climate is-
Average high in Chicago. Average low in Chicago during February is -4. So
Oh, it's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. -4 is okay.
okay, then you'll be fine. Just don't
Wait,
go out.
I see. Anthony is asking in the chat: is there any cool SOKU mod development going on? There's SOKU
Yeah,
mod.
we wanted Pinky for this, but it's too late.
Just wait for a Pinky in the mod episode.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna be a focused episode. We're gonna have a mod episode. We just talk about SOKU mods.
Wait, when you said -4, was it in Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius?
-4 Fahrenheit.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Wait, -4
Well,
C.
we
Sorry,
asked-
-4 C. I'm sorry. -4 Fahrenheit would be ridiculous. -4 C.
Speaking of offline tournaments, Brazil is probably going to host a SOKU offline tournament this year. We still don't have a date because it depends on because it's a series much like Frosty Faustings, where it's for other tournaments, and SOKU is going to be a side event. But we plan to have one, and we already had one last year, and it was pretty cool. So maybe we can have one this year too.
Yo, let's go.
Come to
I'll-
Brazil. Also, in Gansou, we have a partnership with a place that does hitbox and mixbox controllers and arcade sticks.
Yo, if
And
if you
you-
guys
you
make
ship
us get a
internationally?
SOKU fight stick, I'd buy it.
Yeah, it does ship internationally, and it's hella cheap because the price is in Brazilian real, which
What's
is
it look
our
like?
coin.
What's it look like?
Yo, send pictures. man. Test
Let
put
me
it on
post
stream.
the picture of my own because my hitbox is kind of sick as fuck.
Kinda
know,
sick as fuck.
I want some weep ass hitbox too, or an arcade stick, but with some weep ass design.
I set it on shit posting.
Yes, you
And
gotta show it on stream.
we have this discount coupon for 5%. It's Gensel. And if you guys wanna buy a hitbox, it ships internationally. And feel free to get yourselves one. You can do custom art, custom layouts.
When you got a
and
link?
Custom switches. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the link. Hang on.
Oh yeah, and also to answer Anthony, there are definitely more podcast episodes planned. No
With the same
dates.
intro?
No
Or do
dates,
I-
but yeah, same intro. Why not?
Same intro? I can make a new one.
Why would you make a new one every single time? We gotta consistency.
Well, I just need a song, man. It's easy. Same video, different song.
Mention the singer again.
I was asking Adelaide actually to sing, but she has no mic. But she said I should ask Ham. Ham would sing. Can you guys
it's
confirm?
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I have a question that was directly submitted to me for Kuji, Vane, and Daka. Can people that don't know the main server language of your servers go join them and be parts of those communities?
Yes.
Of course.
Obviously,
We-
the vast majority of the messages are going to be in a language that you may not understand, but if you speak English, people are going to respond in kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, 90% of the things we do at Gensel are open to people from outside of Brazil. So, for example, KBGs or our tournaments or other sorts of events, they're always open. And we only have a single tournament that is Brazil only. So feel free to join and talk to us and ask questions or participate in everything. And we'll always welcome other people.
Oh yeah, you also have some fun community events sometimes, like a horror movie, right? Was that Genso?
Yeah,
Last time we
we're
watched a horror movie
streaming,
together.
we are
I think it was-
streaming movies every Sunday at 9 p.m., 7 p.m. Brazil time. And
And
it's
you watch them
usually
in English,
horror.
right?
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's English too,
with,
right?
with Brazilian subtitles, yeah. Portuguese subtitles, I mean. But yes, they're always in English, so you can come watch with us. We also watched the World Cup with everyone.
Well, I mean, the
And-
World Cup is not gonna be a common event, sadly.
Yeah, but that's
It was fun,
that's what
though.
I'm saying. Like, everyone is welcome to come and chat with us in English, and mostly everyone can at least write and read in English. Like, maybe our speaking English is bad like mine, but if you text chat, we can all communicate.
Wait, what? Your speaking English is fine, man.
Thanks, bro. I'm self-conscious.
You just said it's bad, right? It's not bad. Shut
Yeah.
up.
I mean, we just had this whole 2-hour cast with you, and I don't think anyone had troubles understanding. So yeah,
I guess.
you Gucci.
You Gucci.
Gucci Viki.
All right.
Yo, what?
I
That's
think
a good
now is
Gucci Vicky.
I think now is a good time to have the closing statements thing.
Sure.
Bro, where was the hot takes, man? Still waiting for the hot takes. Daka gave one.
Bro, let's go to bed. It's late as fuck. Don't you have to go to bed? Like, isn't it like 3 a.m. for you or something like that?
It's Saturday.
It's 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's not like there's anything to do tomorrow. But yeah, I guess we could just stop. We could go to bed. Do we have an outro? Is that a thing that we need to do?
Bro, I didn't make an outro video.
Shit.
Play the intro again as the outro.
Play
Yeah,
the intro again, yeah.
Play the intro again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. We'll sign off. I'll play the outro and then yeah, we'll call it a night. Let me set it up.
And come to Brazil. Please come to Brazil.
But I don't want to go to Brazil. No!
Alright, then
No,
Brazil.
you're going to Brazil. Send me the link. I'm going to Brazil now.
The his
France is basically a new server at this point, so feel free to come as well.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay,
play
that's
the
a new
intro.
name now.
Come to SOKU as well. We need more English commentators.
Thanks for watching the podcast, guys. See ya.
Take care, everybody.
The Hisoten podcast is real. There will be hot takes. Maybe one of many mistakes. Hisoten so cool. Will be blessed by Chicky and Tess. No way do they even have something smart to say. Oh no, there may be shit takes. It's the only thing I've ever known.